ルナシルバースターだから、てんてんてんてんてんてんてんてんてんてんてん。ちょっと音声調整しました。確認してください。音声の音量大丈夫ですかね。てんてんてんてんてん。ちなみに日本語版は LALA ですけど、海外版は LARA だっけな、しないと出ませんよ。黒の 100% は主催のピュエクスっていう方がやるんですけど、彼のところ僕はちょこちょこ行くんですけど、わざと毎回ネタで言ってるんですよね。そうなんだよねっつって。日本語は LALA でいいんだけど、なんで海外版は LARA なんだろうねとかつって茶化してました面白いでしょ。よいしょ。これ直さなきゃいけないの自分で。ちょっと待って。自分でどこに出してるか覚えてないっていう。で、カテゴリーが 2%。メガ CD ですからね。一応ちょっと動画しちゃってどうでしょうか。治りましたかね。変わってますね。 OK ですね。セガハードね、メガ CD ですけど、ゲーム名クロノトリガーですね。他の方書いてるありがとうございます。黒の連続する。そう。なるほどね。 ちなみに英語版ではメイガスっていう風に名前がなってます。日本語ではただ魔王ですけどね。英語版ではメイガスっていう風になります。本家ではメイガスチームってメイガスのテーマだっつってなんか何かやってますけどもうね、ルナは名作ですからね、ぜひやってほしいですよね。サターン版でもプレステ版でもいいんでただあんまりねイベントがリメイク版消されちゃってるんで、なるべくならなるべくならこのメガ CD 版をやってほしいですね、僕的に。ルーシアイベントがだいぶ削れてますね、確かねだからやるならもうメガ CD っていうね、メガ CD しかないっていう選択肢がメガ CD 版が本当になんか最初にして完璧なものになりすぎちゃったんで、リメイクはなぜかなんだっけ、設立者がいないんですよね。設立者がいなくなっちゃってリメイク版微妙なんですけど、ドネーションどうだろう。どこやどこやちょっと待って、どっかに貼ったんだけど忘れちゃったよ忘れちゃったよ。どこいたっけな自分でどこいたか分かんないしって。どこだっけ。すいませんすいませんすいません、ありがとうございます、ありがとうございます。ちょっとバリプロのとかを背負うものちょっと見たかったんですけどね、しょうがないですね。さすがですわーつって。バッドエンディングを見るが達成されてますね。はい。で、あと、カードディーラーのとこ行くんだ。なるほど、なるほど、なるほど。なるほど。はいはいはい。そうですね。ただどこをどう飛ばすか楽しみっちゃ楽しみですけどね、私。ちょっとまた本家の配信が始まったらちょっと音量チェックします。ちょっとだけしたいので、バランスが良ければこれでいいわっつって言っていただければはい。もしどっちかがちっちゃいと聞こえへんっつって聞こえへんよっつってなんか お前まあちょっとでけえ声で喋れって言ってくださいね。これクロノクロスじゃねえか。違うか。クロノクロスじゃねえかよやべえ、当たるわ知らない人はクロノクロスぜひやろう。クロノクロス、まあ去年か、まあ当時買って全然やらなかったせいでなんかあれでしたけど、そうですね、炎の個人ですね。はい。グランドリームの力を使って過去に飛んでっていうやつですね。ああ言っちゃったまあ中身を知りたい人はちゃんとやりましょう。結構衝撃的ですよこの辺。この BGM が流れるぐらいのところからだいぶ、クロノトリガーとの接点が増え出すんでぜひやってほしいですね。ほんとねすぐネタバレする本当自分もねクロノクロス、まあ当時やる暇なくてやれなかったんですけど、まあ去年やった時、去年一昨年おっしゃったやった時はですね、ああ面白い、あこういうつなぎ方するんだねと思って、なるほどっていう、まあウィキペディア見るとだいぶ載っちゃってますけどね。
Welcome back to RPGLB2018. My name's Kyle.
そうです
I'll be
ね。
your host for the next run here, Lunar, the Silver Star story.
新エンドの条件結構大変じゃないか。お、来ました。
I will go ahead and hand it over to Highspirits.
セガ
Thank you, Laura, and welcome. I am Highspirits.
セガ
Hi.
Yeah.
Why am I Highspirits? Because I'm usually in a good mood. That was literally the whole idea behind my name. And I'll be running Lunar, the Silver Star.
Lunar, the Silver Star.
You know, there's been 5
始まりますよ。
But this is the original, and on the couch
そ
with me, I
う
have
これは本当に最初の
young lady over here.
Hi, I am the RPG chick.
And I am Riku Player.
Thank you. This is the opening song. You donated for us to sing it, but we're not going to let you get off that.
あ、そうか、ドネーションあったな。
Run to hear it.
そうオープニングソングを聴くっていう。
Quite the quartet that we have planned for this opening song.
お前
So we are about to start. If you are ready over there. Awesome. Then in. Hold on. Okay,
そ
3,
う
2, 1, go.
Let's do this.
あれ結構面白いね。
The Silver Star, and we get a little opening small cutscene here. We learn about Dragon Master Dine, the hero that worked
かっ
with
飛ば
the
されましたね。
dragons and worked with and controlled the dragons to save the time. And then our intrepid hero who wants to be Dragon Master Dine. He's got some lofty goals, I think.
Well, wouldn't you think if you came from exactly the same village that, hey, I can totally be this guy?
No. So this is Alex the hero and the annoying flying rat and all. And the most intense staring contest you're at.
わあやっぱなんか新鮮だわ。
Oh, he blinked. Alex lost. So some of the art in this game is amazing.
Yeah, this is like the epitome of old anime.
そうそう、ドラゴンマスターの話。
And the lip sync too. So this game, I think, in Japan was originally released in 1991, and then it came out in 92 for English.
む
Now here comes the other useless guy, but this guy's not important because he doesn't get a voice actor, so don't worry about that. You can tell who's a
まあメガ CD 容量あるんで音声普通に入ってますよ。
The
ちゃんと日本版は日本語がちゃんと入ってますんで。
Alex wants to go on an adventure to become, like,
発売日日本は91年の何月だっけ？
or month.
何月だっけとか言って。
So he's gonna want us to go on an adventure to find the legendary white dragon and get his dragon. But you know, in order to become strong like Dragon Master Dine, you kind of gotta have the right motivation, right? Like this kid right here, like Dragon Master Dine was born and raised in this village a long time ago. When I grow up, I want to be a Dragon Master. That's why I'm eating my Wheaties. So that kid knows what he's doing.
そうそう、ホワイトだろうの
Best game
子
plug for a
供です
cereal
ね。
ever.
No, that's actually irrelevant because at the end, it's kind of something that's a little hilarious. That unless you actually talk to that kid, you have no idea why it's in the game.
ただメガ CD が今ないよね。
Only one so far. I'm gonna
Yeah.
count that.
Keep counting them.
All right.
So I'm going to a little side area here to meet my girlfriend Luna. Although they don't really say they're together, but she does say, "My love, I'll miss you."
It's time for the la la las.
Okay. So we're gonna meet Luna. In this version, she's basically not important at all. In every other version, she's the main central character of the entire game.
やべえ、英語や。英語だから違和感がある。
You like that giggle?
But then he's probably hatched another harebrained scheme.
This is actually, I think, the longest cutscene in the game.
I think
そうですね。そうですね。そうそ
So
う
yeah,。you can't skip cutscenes, but you can instant match through text. Now, you'd think they're working and celebrating for the festival, so they would be
やばい、
really
歌が
happy to be
歌
doing
が
this. But you notice that
歌
Luna's the only one there having fun.
Alex is unimpressed.
he looks angry, and Nal looks like afraid. I mean, that's the most
ペラペラ吹いて
terrifying
笑う。
face I've ever
本
seen.
当ね。
And I was just like, are we doing this again?
ちなみに、
He wants
じゃ
his
あメガ
ocarina
CD
already.
版は
In this version, it's a harp. In every other
メガ
version,
CD
it's an
版は井
ocarina.
上貴彦さんです。
Like when you take the remake,
ちなみに主人公も井
they
上貴彦さ
literally
んで
change
す。
half of the game, if not more of it, and it makes no sense at all.
Oh my gosh.
Alex,
But at least there's some quality of life improvements as you go from one game to the other.
やべえ、違和感しか。
something bothering
At
you?
least Luna's the one nice
違和
looking
感し
sprite
か
that
ない
actually drew in the game.
Alex,
I still like Mia's sprite, even though she looks older in this version.
She looks twice her age. Okay, so yeah, we got past the beginning cutscenes. Although we got another one coming up in a little bit, but so Luna joins our party.
はい、
She
ル
doesn't
ナ
trust
入
me
り
to
ま
go
した
out
ね。
alone. And one of the first things you'll notice is there is no diagonal in this game.
しょうがないよ
Apparently
な。
the Sega CD couldn't invent diagonals at this time, so I can only move in the 4 cardinal directions.
Yeah, we're gonna be bouncing off the walls a lot.
ちょっとね、メガ
By
CD なんで
by the way, great
読み込み
collision.
が
I'm just holding
あります。
like I'm just
そこも
holding
しょう
up
がないんで。
bounce everywhere. So before we can go on an adventure, because we want to go on an adventure, you know, become Dragon Master Dine, and you can't just do that by eating Wheaties. We need some gear, and you know.
I was really gonna go eat my Wheaties this morning. I'm disappointed now.
So we need to get some starter gear out of this chest that we'll never use. And yeah, so we can go on an adventure and then become a Dragon Master. Well, that's our hope. I mean, you know, in some versions, Nash tries to become a Dragon Master, and we know how that works out. You'll know Nash when we get to him, don't worry. He'll be the one that's lying dead in almost every encounter. Random and boss. No, okay. Random, yes. Boss, our goal is to kill him, okay? We don't get that lucky sometimes.
Especially because sometimes in battle, he's the first one to flee like that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so this right here is totally
まあ、時代が時代なんでしょうがないですけど。
Because that totally looks like a path. Oh, I didn't get the RNG seed I wanted. Okay, so I don't. So this game has manipulatable RNG. Getting no encounters there is great, but it means I'm not going to know exactly what's coming.
RNG 調整してんだこれ。すげえ。
Oh well.
So these are encounters. You got 3 commands: attack, null, or run. Obviously, the 3 most important things you can come up with. Because you know, attack, run, yeah, but null. So null's usefulness in this game. You ready?
まあ、
He
しょうがないで
tells
す
you
よ
the
ね
name of the monster
でもこれは名作ですから
and
ね。
how strong you are compared to him.
And he carries you away when you're dead.
Yeah. And when someone faints in battle, they carry you away. There's no way to resurrect in combat in this game. If you go to 0 hit points, you get taken out of combat. Also, you know, Ramus is shortened to Rams because it can only hold 4 characters. That's great when you get Tempest later in the game.
I love that.
Because it's, you know, a temp
ラムスは
character.
サブキャラ
Works
な
out
んで
perfectly. Okay, so
メガ
we're in the White
CD は
Dragon
声
cave.
ないっす。
Our goal is to meet the White Dragon
あ
and go on a
の
long
まあ
perilous
声やりが
journey,
やり
which
たい
we
人は
did.
プレステ版とか
And
サターン版
not
とか
only
や
are
って
we
もらえば
gonna,
いいん
you
ですけ
know,
ど
meet the dragon that Dyne once commanded, we're gonna get a dragon.
まあ割とキャストが
diamond, which is
豪
all
華で
Ramus
す。
cares about. And then we get like another
今度ちゃんと
cutscene.
壁あります
We
ね
gotta meet the dragon.
でドラゴンに会いに行きます
You know, Quark seems much angrier in this version about giving Ramus the Dragon Diamond.
Well, he
で
is
これが
the,
まあ
blue-eyed
白龍です
white
ね
dragon.
ホワイトドラゴンです
Oh no, with the Yu-Gi-Oh
お仕
reference.
事お疲れ様です
Well, aren't we going to see the card trader? We have to make Yu-Gi-Oh here.
ねこ
So
れ
this
が
is Quark. Hi, Quark.
My friend,
You know he's important because he's talking.
you are the first of
There's only like 5 voice actors in the game.
me in a long
Yeah. But like if you hear that da-na-na-na music, you know they're not important
Yeah.
enough to get a voice actor.
back of the dragon tribe. You have journeyed far, and now you have arrived at my lair.
Took us 3 minutes to get here.
It's
That's
a
good.
journey few
It was the longest journey ever.
That's because Luna wouldn't shut up. So basically, he's gonna be like, hey, you got promise. I'm gonna give you this dragon ring. It doesn't do anything right now, but you can have it. And then Ramus is like, what about a dragon diamond? He's like, diamond? What the heck do humans want with my, oh, okay, just take the diamond. Diamonds are produced by dragons, that's all I'll say. So we get our diamond, we get a ring, and we get story experience.
Yeah, I always like that about this version. 50 experience because you met the dragon.
I think we got 15 for that one because it wasn't, even though it was a long, perilous journey, we
wrong-
only got 15 experience. For
Wrong
it.
dragon, my bad.
I mean, it was so perilous we didn't even gain a level from how dangerous that encounter that was. So we don't have a means right now to exit out of dungeons, and when we do, it is the best named spell ever for just exiting a dungeon. But you know, we don't want to spoil that. You gotta wait like 90 minutes to see that. Sorry. Come back for more.
Would this be a good time for donations?
Go ahead. You got a minute here.
All right, we've got $20 from Worski25. This is in honor of my brother Matthew, who we lost in April. We have $10 from Deadman J. Here's money to bribe the game for good
で
bronze dog free
まあここのニューのいるところからまあ抜けるわけ
such an
で
amazing game.
でここから港町のサイスってところに向かいます確かね普通だとね
We
普通
have
だとね
$13.22 from Sharky. Wait, isn't that the Great Rivers McCowan on the end of the couch at this early hour? I'm still waking up. Good morning.
Hi, Rivers.
Hello.
Okay, so this game does one thing right, okay? We come here to try to sell this big, expensive diamond. They're like, do you see the size of this town? We can't buy that thing. You have to go to a bigger town.
ダイヤ
So
を
we're like,
売ろうとしたんですけ
so we're
ど
just gonna leave.
こんなクソでかいダイヤ買い取りできねえバーだっつって
He said go to a bigger town. Let's go to a bigger
しょうがないから移動しなきゃいけないっていうその別のところで売らなきゃいけないっていうとこから始まるんですよねこれね
That's the more important question. So what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to go left there, and that takes you to where you need to go. But there's a bridge that's broken, and this woodman is like, "Sure, I'll fix the bridge if you go get my axe in a really dangerous
で
woods that's
まあ橋がぶっ
nowhere
壊
near
れ
my
て
house right
いけ
now."
ないんでそのさっき木こりに話して で
Because he got
ま
out
あ
of there. He
森
saw
か
those
ら
flies.
森行ってこいと
Yeah, there's a lot of different bugs in this game.
Yeah.
Ne.
Literally bug, not like glitchy bugs. I mean flying bugs.
ちょっと
and
森行っ
they
てこい
are
と
all absolutely
いうわ
horrible.
けで
Anything
今
that
から
flies
森へ
is terrible, and that includes Null.
In this version, absolutely.
Null has story reasons, but they never really go into it in
で
depth.
今
in this version.
今ゴートの森入りましたね
But he is
Hi.
kind of like an important thing.
Thing.
But yeah, so this is the woods. The only thing you don't want to see, and since I don't know what RNG seed I'm on, are flies. Those things right there. Thank you for coming on my command. Flies, anything that flies always goes first.
まあハエで
So
す
we have to sit here and wait for all of them to go before you run. Running is guaranteed in this
今の
game,
はハエ
but
ですね
speed matters. If someone is faster, they go first.
Not only are they coming at you, but they're coming at you in about the biggest groups they could possibly come at you.
This is only 5. Does that count? Okay, so now we're gonna meet Lake. Hi, Lake. I was gonna say bye, Lake, but I didn't expect another encounter that fast.
I love that pretty much everything you've gotten in this woods is flies.
Yeah.
You
by the
killed
way-
Alex.
No, Null saved him.
そうですね、距離の概
That's
念。
Null's job right there. That is all Null is used for. Oh, come on. Oh, actually, okay, time out. I knew that was going to happen. Okay. So this is actually a forced random encounter. You have to get into this encounter. Think of it as like a boss of this area, but you can run away.
まあラムスが
That's
残
how
ってるから大丈夫でしょう。
Rams is now. Or Ramus, or whatever his name is.
Yeah, at the very least for this part of the game, he's
soaks
beefy
fly hits.
enough.
で今斧をと木こりの斧を取りました。で今から
By the way,
戻
we're
っ
up to
て
what, 14 flies? Not including the forced random encounter?
Something like that. It was a lot of flies.
Oh, we're up to 17 flies now. Yeah, see, there are other monsters in here. You see that happy guy over there doing a truffle shuffle?
はーい。
Do the truffle shuffle.
But yeah, Lake is kind of important too, but you don't have to talk to him in this version. Oh, we got the triplets.
お、いいね。
See, that was easy, wasn't that?
Such a much.
When
nicer
flies don't go
game.
buzzing around, you can just easily get out. No?
I-
Okay, I tried.
お、レイドか？
At least the
Raid
not the
cards,
screaming
didn't it?
wasps in this version.
Yeah. Okay,
そん
so
なこ
this
とはないな。
is an MP restore thing. I didn't need it, but I wanted to show it off. In this game, one of the ways to heal, there's no ends. So the best way to heal is these random things on the world map that either restore your health or magic. There's only a few of those magic restore ones, but there's health restoring shrines everywhere. Like, you can make like a 30-second walk and come across 4 of them. But we don't really care about healing now because
ま
it's just a
あ基本
waste.
的に
For the most
逃
part,
げるだけですね。
healing outside of combat is almost never going to happen because as long as one person runs
ル
away,
ナの面白いとこはこの戦闘システムが結構秀逸なとこですよね。
Yeah, as it's only in the beginning.
ちゃんと
you
距
just
離
have Alex,
距離の
and
概念があるん
sometimes
で
things get a little bit dicey.
やっぱそれが
there's some story experience and a
本当いい
level
です
because
ね。
going through that forest was much more perilous than going to the White Dragon, which was a long and arduous journey. But now we're going to get the bridge fixed, and I guess while the bridge is getting fixed, we can go say goodbye to Mom and Dad, right? That might be, might be nice of their son to say, hey, I'm going on an adventure.
I wouldn't do it, but hey, I mean, Alex is a much nicer kid than I am.
No, force me to do it.
ハエが強い。ハエ強いんですよ意外と。
So we're going to go talk to Dad and Mom. Because he has to give you a crest in order to advance. And this one, you have to make sure you choose option 2 or you lose out on some money. And, well, you lose out on a healing safeties for a marathon coming up.
I love that telling her that no, there's no way I'm staying. Get you more money.
I know. Are you sure? Okay, here, I'll give you more. So nice of you. So now we can go on our adventure. This is the only version of Lunar 1 that also has random encounters on the world map. Every other version, they took out the random encounters on the world map and basically just gave you bigger and more dungeons. This version, you're gonna see me just go into a few areas and just like stay there for a few seconds and walk out. But in like every other remake, they're actual long dungeons that require some time to go through. And that's a healing shrine. The little diglet sticking up.
Oh, goody. We got more flying things.
These ones are fine because they use poison a lot.
That's
Poison
true.
is completely useless in this game. So we're gonna go to the town of Saith because, well, we're not near the big town yet, Moravia.
で今
Moravia
まあ
is
走
where
りを
we're
ちゃん
gonna
と
go.
つないで気づいたら港町サイズに来てました
We
ね。
get lots and lots of silver and be stinking filthy rich. I guess Ramus does say that, doesn't he?
Pretty much.
And we're gonna get some
でまあ
information, and then we're gonna
船に
meet
乗り
our
たいん
next
だけ
party
ど
member.
その船長さんが
It's not often you're gonna
海
see
図
him
持ってねえ
standing
か
up.
ら無理だよっつって出せないって言うんですけどそ
Well,
の
we're gonna let him live for a little while, okay?
今
But
会話し
basically,
て
we come to this
ナッシュ
town
ですね
to try
ナ
to get a ship to
ナ
go
ッ
to
シュ
Moravia, and
今
the captain
話しか
lost
け
the
て
map
ナッシュが
charts.
仲間になりました
So we need to go get his maps so he knows where to sail.
で、ここからまた
And
ワールドマップ出てですね
as much as
おばあさんの家まで行って
I mean, this version is kind of dull. Like in the PlayStation version, he loses the maps to gambling, and you have to gamble to get them back against someone who can't lose.
Yep.
Which incentive coming up later on. Because I believe all the incentives for the game have been met.
で今おばあさんの家行きましたね
So this is the Witch's Woods. This is a very long dungeon in the PlayStation version. In every other version, filled with flies.
でここで、
This one is
杖
filled with a
と
little egg with a giant
海図
pot
だ
of
ったから
stem that is
ね
just
交
not
換
even
し
going
ます
anywhere. I don't think she can even eat that if she tried in an entire year.
She shares it with people who are unwitting enough to come her way,
Yeah.
and then steals their goods.
で
But
ま
then she
た
didn't even share it with us. We walked all the way there.
Well, he gave us the map chart, so we can eat.
また港町の
You don't-
戻るんです
you
け
were
ど
coming to take something back from her. You don't get any of that stew.
Well, you technically make a
捕まっ
trade.
てます
What
ね
happens is Null gives you a water cane. and
捕まってる
she
けど
takes
すぐ
the
逃
water
げれてますね。いいですね。
So we did a fair trade. We gave something of Nash's to her, and in return we get to kill him. I mean, protect the party. I'm sorry. I mean, we're gonna put him in the front of the party for half of the game, and he's gonna be the heroic, shining star of
まあ
light
さっ
to
き
save us from the bad.
さっき調べたら、ルナーシルバースターのオープニングはですね YouTube とかありますんで、気になる人は聞いてみましょう。ちゃんと日本語版もあります。
So here's the captain.
で
He's
今、
like, oh, good, siege. Oh,
船長に
I forgot to
改造を
light the
渡したんですけ
light. So guess
ど
what we get to do?
その灯台の火がついてねえっつって
Don't all guess at the same time.
だからつけてちょうだいっつって
I can't figure out
お使いですね
what you want to
お使いをされるんでそれで今火打ち石をもらいました
So this
なんで
actually has
灯
an
台に行っ
insanely high
て
encounter rate. One of the reasons why I like
まあ
RNG
一番上
is
行
because
っ
I can
て
get like 2 encounters in this dungeon. Now, for as short as it is, it has the potential to have an insane amount of encounters and flies! Lots and lots of encounters and flies.
Well, you realize as soon as you walked in and said that you try to get good
もうハエ
encounters in
ハ
here,
エ
you
が
jinx
ね
yourself.
すごい動くんですよ
Well, that's where I usually go get a second
この
one that fast.
このハエの方がなかなか優秀なんですよ本当に
And you'll notice under everyone's name, they're all good, which is a lie because only one of them is. No, that's their status effect. You'll see slap or poison or daze or frez.
まあ目的は
Frez
ね
is another good one.
目的はダイヤを売りに行くっていう
Oh, I
Thump,
missed
it's
that
what
one.
Thumper does. It freezes.
I don't think I've ever had a boss or an enemy use Thumper against me without running first.
Yeah, because there's a couple enemies that do that, which are really annoying. So light the lighthouse.
で今火つけたんで
Ten whole experience for that fire.
これで
It's not as, it's less than the
船
dragon,
を
so we
も
know
う
it's
出港
definitely
で
less
きる状
perilous
態
than
に
But not as
な
word
りました
bad as the weird woods.
Everything has to be measured against how
そうです
arduous
ね
your
移動
journey
力ある
was.
やつか遠距離攻撃ができるやつが全然
See, this is
使い
good.
勝手がいい全然って言い方ね使い勝手がいいんでついそっちに頼るっていう
And,
あれ
that
こ
guy
うやって
heals
RT で
himself
見てる
by
とハエゲーですね
I want to be Alex at full health going to
で
Maria.
宝箱革の服なんで別に大したことじゃないんで取りに行ってないですね
Poison, poison. No, that's not poison.
That was definitely not poison.
新しいは
Okay,
ず
so
ハエ
let's get to our first
あ
menu
れ
of the game.
あれは蜂
Only took us 20 minutes to get there. But we need to start by doing a healing
で今
song.
ヒーリングソン
Luna
グ
actually
でやって回
uses
復しまし
spells
た
by healing.
このゲーム死亡っていうのはないんで FF みたいに戦闘不能みたいな感じですね
Thank you.
なんでまあ死んだことにはならないですだから
Notice
死ん
not
で
only do we put
戦
Nash
闘で
in
きない
front,
とかは
but
ない
we
です
basically rob
次の
him
戦
of
闘の
every
時は
piece of
必ず
equipment he's got as
HP が
well.
1
Oh,
に
we
な
do
って
that
ま
for
す
characters.
We do, but at
まあ
least,
さっきもずっ
at
と
least
あ
some
り
of
ま
the
した
other
けど
ones
ね
aren't like stuck right out in the front.
Yeah.
でまあ出航しようとするんですけどここでルーナが
And follow the wall. This game, when you hit something, you go in the direction of the closest opening.
ルーナが
And
こ
then
こ
you
で
get to say goodbye
残
to
るっつって
I don't want her to go.
このイベントがね割と印象深いんですよ
Split screen. It's like they're versus Luna versus Alex.
Luna's totally gonna win right now.
This is the sad
She's
part
not
of the
blinking.
game.
She's winning the staring contest.
Exactly.
This is the sad part of the
ちな
game.
みにこれ
Yeah, you can do
So-
a lot of music, right?
まあこ
Start
れ
tearing up.
She even
メ
says
ガ CD
goodbye.
は
I
見
look
た
at
こ
that,
とない
he's
人
like,
多いと思うので
I'm
僕はあえて何も言わないですけど
Like, I'm going out to see our
知ってる人はですね
Either that or he's thinking, no, I'm not gonna make
あ
that reference.
の
Now, this sea is very perilous
あの
because
キャ
it's
ラ
just
あの
filled
キャラが
with sea dragons and giant fish that
あ
are
れするんですけ
flopping
ど
on the water. I mean,
メ
I
ガ
would be
CD 版のオ
afraid
リ
to
ジナルだ
sail
と
across that ocean. It's a good thing we avoided
そのキャラクター
them
が
all. I mean, it
違うん
was
ですね
close in a couple of cases, but we made it through
まあ
that
それはまあ
perilous
見てるのお
journey.
楽
It's
しみという
very
ことで
perilous, isn't it?
はい
How come we couldn't go on one of those nice big boats? We took like a rowboat basically across the sea.
So the sea dragon wouldn't see us coming? I don't know.
We have to avoid Leviathan.
You mean Leviathan? Get it right.
Oh. So we get to Maribia, the big town, and Nash splits. Or sometimes they say left the party, and sometimes they say splits. Why? I don't know. Such a great word. They split. So yeah, you can see this is a big town. And first thing we're going to do is we're going to buy some healing herbs because we need a
で、今、メリビアに着きましたので、ナッシュが抜けましたね。で、宝石商のところに来て、あ、宝石もし行ったか。
In general, though, the healing items.
あ、今宝石商来ましたね。
Yeah, so this guy is, we're going to sell the diamond to. He's going to be like, hey, I'll give you 20,000 silver. We're like, deal. He's like, okay, I'm going to go get the money and then not come back ever.
で、まあさっきの宝石商に逃げてっちゃうんで、そのまま追いかけます。はい。
Until you get to this guy, then you mash A and find out you need magic to get through. So now I'm holding up.
The only bad thing, of course, is when you get stuck on something.
Yeah, oh, it's really hard in this version to get stuck on something, but you can, and it's fun watching them like wiggle back and forth and like confused on where to go. So yeah, we talked to that guy. He's like, you can't go through here. You don't have any magic. So I'm like, where do we get some?
ナッシュと話さない、話すかな。
We're gonna go get magic. And it's a really, really long and difficult process. It involves first talking to Nash, and then talking to this person. And
well, I mean, having to talk to Nash just makes it.
まあこれなんでかっていうと、まあ地下水路の敵があまり通常攻撃が効かないっていうのかの流れがあって、なんか魔法教えてくれっつって。
So that's the point where you really know he's not going to be useful in this.
で、アレス君が魔法を使えるようになるっていう。
Can't use magic. We don't need you.
Yeah.
That's okay. He's cannon fodder.
We hope, but he doesn't get to be as much cannon fodder as Nash.
No, he doesn't. But for this dungeon, which is fairly dangerous, he's good cannon fodder.
This is the most dangerous dungeon in the speedrun. It's those blue fish right there.
ここ一番危険だそうですよ。
They always attack and they do a lot of damage. So what I'm going to do is
まあ火ダメが大きいのが一番でしょうね、理由としては。
get to the point where I'm about to be one shot and then
まあ見てるのを一発で
because I can't actually
30、40ザラに減らされるっていう。
So
普通でやってもここは割と苦労するところなんで、まあ近寄られる前に逃げ切ればいいんですけど。
Which poison is great because it's Sliss. Now this could do some damage if they choose to attack, which they are. Attacking Alex is fine, but not really. Okay, now I have to save.
おー、よかったよかった。もう一発からしたら終わってたな。
Yeah.
And saves are quick and easy. So that guy up there, say hi. We might see him later in the game.
ちょっと安全のためにセーブしましたね。
He was a donation incentive, and he is a fun guy to talk to. And we'll see how nice he is to me. Because sometimes he's really not nice to me.
大丈夫か持つか
So speaking of donations, got time for a couple?
持つかこれ大丈夫か
$5 from Riniko here.
かなりリスクなんだけどこれ。
Schedule and the cause, Luna's best girl, but Porku's best character.
今のなんだっけ
At least you didn't say no. Okay, I'll give you that. So I'm going to do some healing, and I'm going to equip some herbs, because this game doesn't like to tell you where bosses are. Surprise! Say hi to the water dragon. So the only way you can kill him is by throwing flame magic at him. So we're going to throw flame magic. Rams is going to go up there and wave his sword around and maybe cool him off because, maybe, it's kind of hot. He is breathing fire.
I mean, one would hope Rams would absorb some hits here, but...
まあさっきも教えてもらった炎の魔法で倒します。
Yeah, there's basically an MP value that we look for when we get towards the end of this battle. I forget if it's 8 or 6 MP.
あれ
Yeah.
なるのことまあマスコット妖精っていうかね、なんか猫っぽいやつ。見た目なんか猫みたいな。なんか白い猫になんか羽が生えたみたいなやつ。
Also, there is auto regen. Nice. There is auto regen when you're on low health.
Yeah, for the whole like 4 to 5
I know.
HP it recovers.
It's really not much.
なんだっけこれ。
So we take out the water dragon, and now we're gonna go confront the
ね
guy
ここ
who
で
took our diamond. And we're gonna
ダイヤの
steal
指輪
it
と
now.
かなんか
So we're gonna get some
いろい
money
ろ
out of
回
him
収
and
し
then
て
steal his shop.
で
We're
最後
like, hey, you're gonna give us our shop, your
さっ
shop
きの
now that we've, you know, you've
宝
tried
石
to
店
take
主
our
ですね
diamond. Well, now he
に
doesn't have a shop.
お金を払ってもらって
Sounds good to
戻る
me.
と。
You know what? I did so well with damage there. I'm gonna save that healing just in case I need it on the way out. Because not only do you have to walk through the most dangerous dungeon in the game, you have to walk out.
Bluefish, why?
Yeah. But you got time for a few donations now.
All right, thank you. We've got $75 from Cyborg Grandpa. Just wanted to donate what I could to my favorite marathon, a great charity, and an awesome as heck couch and runner.
また逃げる作
We
業
have
が
$5
始まり
more
ます
from Deadman J. Just a heads up, there's a second reference to Wheaties in the Sage Tower library. One of the books talks about Wheaties. Remember, kids, if you want to become a mega hero, you need to eat your Wheaties. Again, donation incentive is Highspirits' choice.
Magus dude.
$5 from Master Margie. Welcome to the Magic Guild of Vane, Alex of Berg.
Hi. You're totally not creepy or scary at all when I get there. You look like a trustworthy fella. I hope I can live forever and stay in Vane forever. Go ahead.
20,
まあなんとか戻れ
$20
そう
from
です
Ben
ね。
Show Slime. Hello to my friend Riku, and because of a oh-so educational game that teaches us dragons produce diamonds.
Bad damage rolls.
Time for one more?
Yep.
All right, $10 from Pleonastic. Why do you look so down? Never give up, never surrender. Who's that mysterious masked stranger who keeps saying, sample my goods? Keep up the good work, High Spirits. And by the way, where's the Nature Valley bar? Spirits sell out.
That was kind of my breakfast because breakfast is going on during my run. So.
メガ
so we're
CD で
nearing
今
the
買い
end
直
of
したらいくらや
our
ろ
buddy here. So it's time to say goodbye to Ramus by taking all of his clothes because he's got a shop now. He doesn't need anything else.
If it makes people feel better, I did see him eat 2 Nature Valley bars yesterday.
I brought 6 boxes of them. So yeah, Ramus leaves because he now has to own this shop, and don't worry, we'll make him regret that later in the game. And we get Nash, which is totally a equal trade-off, maybe.
Sure.
I mean, it's equal if you think about it. Okay, so we need to.
でまあいろんなものを売ったりまた買ったりですねやっぱね。
So we're gonna stock up on a weapon and a bunch of armor. The Carapace armor I'm gonna get here is actually really powerful because they don't expect you to have it unless you do a lot of grinding. But we just sell everything, so it makes it much easier. And put some healing on. As you can see, each character can only hold a certain amount of items, and then Null is your bag. That's his other use. He's your bag. But even he has a maximum amount that he can carry. So.
At least that's one thing they did keep constant when they did the remakes.
Null being a bag.
Well, that and your party members only being able to equip so much stuff.
So we are going to the Magic City of Vane because Nash is a level 3 apprentice of the Vane Magic Guild.
Which means absolutely nothing, by the way.
It means he cleans the floors. No.
And now he's split.
Yeah, now he splits. So,
で今
in order to
どこ
get
だ
into Vane, you have to prove yourself.
ベーン
So
に
we
行
get
くん
to
で
go
すね
through this
他
cave
今
of
ベーンに
trials.
行くとこです
And
ね。
the Cave of Trials is a very unique dungeon that you may or may not see a few more times
でこ
throughout
れね
this
試練
run.
の洞窟っていうのがあって
Well, at least
ここを
this
抜け
color
ないといけない
you might not see the rest of the
早い
dungeons.
ですね30分で
But
ベーン
there's
か
some
と思って
really lovely color dungeons out there.
There are. They do some very nice palette swaps.
So if you want to go ahead and read a couple, go ahead.
All right, we've got $5 from Anonymous, donating toward my friend's sick Ninokune run and a goob cause. Shoutouts to this entertaining Lunar run and all the staff making this event happen. Put this toward the name of Bogley as Gooby.
So the blue guys are nice because they cast poison, and because of my Carapace armor, they tickle.
Yeah.
The tadpoles now, those are angry.
Yeah, those things are not nice, and especially if they're close enough, then they can reach you.
Yeah, there's no risk of dying because you would have to run into a lot of tadpoles, and I got magic to spare because there's 2 bosses in this dungeon. The first one, which is cross your fingers and hope Alex cooperates.
なんで試練受
And
けて
the
んのなん
second
だっ
one is
け
more, it's easy, it just you can control it if
ダメだ、
you
覚え
get
て
a
ね
bad boss
え。どうしよ
This
So-
is where the death counter starts.
Yeah, this is where the death counter starts. Okay, so
なん
we're
でだっ
gonna
け
save. So welcome to the Bronze Dogs.
う。なんでだっけ
You're not supposed to fight him at this level. So we got this lovely
Oh,
command called flee, and he's gonna
覚
flee
えてない
away.
いや
Not
Wrong
into the
place.
corner. So
That's
this-
one.
this is one. Well, wait a second. Wait a second. I don't think I can recover from this, but he did run where there's no one else. So I'll have to go risky, but
誰
oh,
が助けて
okay,
っつっ
I'll
て
survive. I actually could survive this because of that second move, but I'm gonna run out of healing, maybe. The question is, can the top one get to me? I think
Oh,
he can. If
耐えた。
you get attacked by 2, then you're in trouble. No, he can't.
Oh, nice.
Oh, this might have
you
worked out nice.
absolutely lucked out.
Oh. So the ideal is he moves to the top right corner, and then you just kill them all with only taking a few hits. We got lucky here with the dog movement, because if more than one hits you at a time, you're dead. You just don't have the health for it.
Yeah, and even with the armor that we picked up, it's just not good enough at this level.
Trust me, it's keeping me alive right now, because you don't want to know what these would do to me if I didn't have the character cover.
I'm fully aware.
なんでだっけ
Okay, so
Yep, we're good.
yep. I had to use one more
なんでだっ
healing,
け
which means I have to pick up a backup
出てこない
healing along the way. But first try dogs, I'll take it.
Man, you got so lucky with
I
that.
did,
second
that was
move.
the moment
so
he
da,
runs to the
so da,
back
so
corner
da.
like that, you pretty much like, okay, just finish it, just kill me.
もうさすがです
Just
ね、も
finish
う
me
皆さ
off.
んね。
But we got lucky. The second flea went to the exact perfect spot because if he would have fled up, he would have ran into 2
内容
dogs.
忘れてる
But
ってい
because
う
he
この
fled
ダメっぷ
down
り
and the way the dogs moved opened up a path where only one could get to me, and it worked out great.
Yeah, luckily the second boss that's in here, it's not as
Much
risky
easier.
a fight. Yeah.
Yeah, because he's basically has 2 patterns. Well, he has more, but the only patterns that matter is 2 of them. And if he takes an east movement, it's free.
そう
You just run
ギ
away
ルドに
and
入る
take
ね
one
そ
hit
う
at
そう
the
そう
end. If he does the northeast pattern,
ダメだわ
then you kind of got to run a few times, heal a couple times, and then you still get through the fight. So if you got anything else, go right ahead.
Well, we don't have any more
I didn't know
donations
that
at the
came out.
moment, but this is a good time to remind you that we're here supporting NAMI, the National Alliance of Mental Illness, the nation's largest grassroots mental health organization whose work is focused around 3 pillars: education and support, awareness, advocacy, and we are also
いや割と
sponsored
遠い
by
距離にいる
Twitch.
からまだ逃げやすいですね。
So yeah, these are thrilling dungeons. They really maximize their space.
And we totally don't see any other ones like this ever.
No. So these guys walking around are pretty hilarious because they're all trying to go through this trial to get into Vane, and some of them just been in here so like 20 years that they reserve that they're like, okay, I'm never getting out of here, so I'm just going to stay in here and we gotta equip that for sure. And they just reserve. They're like, I know I'm gonna be lost in here forever, so I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah.
So this is the Trouble Truffler. That's his name. So we do our predictable flea, and we need to hit him with 8 flames. So what we're looking for is what he does in turn 3 and 4.
あ、もうボス戦じゃ
Depending
ん
on his movements will determine if he gives me the freebie pattern or the I have to work a little bit for it pattern. And okay, so what is he gonna do here? Okay, he gave me the I have to work for it a little bit pattern
Yeah.
because he went right up into my face.
Yeah,
Oh,
unfortunately,
what a flea!
yeah, this dude gets 3 hits
Actually,
off at a time.
that is problematic. Alex might get out of the corner. He might not. Nope. Okay.
Yeah, this is bad flea pattern.
Yeah.
あーよくないこれ。
Okay. Boy. Yeah, he.
もう
He
回
didn't
復さ
flee
せる
where
や
I
ろ
needed
な。
him to. Okay. Well.
This will be interesting.
Yep.
あーもうきついねちょっ
Yeah.
と。
Can't survive
Yeah, this is rip.
because I'm gonna be 1 attack short. Yep. So
Death counter 1.
there's death counter 1. Thanks, Null, for the help. So this one you can start at a checkpoint, which is usually like entering the dungeon.
まあこれ見ての通り3回攻撃なんで。
Much faster. So yeah, he gave us the troll pattern, and then Alex trolled me even more by running down instead of left. If he would have ran left, it would have been, you know, still a pretty easy.
だから近づいてくる前になるべくダメージを与えて逃げるしかないんで。
Which is actually kind of good because it keeps him below me.
あ、これはうまく逃げてる。あ、これはうまく2回目はうまく
I'll
いっ
be
てる。
honest, I've never seen that pattern before. Usually Alex 100% of the time is run to the corner. That's actually better, more helpful.
いや、これすげえ2回目はうまくいってる。
Oh, we're gonna win now because one more flame will kill him.
Yeah.
See, that's what happens when you get a good pattern, you know? He stays below
あ
your
あ、最初からそれやってくれよって話だよな。
head. We now can become a magician and get more story experience.
Yeah, that's one of the strange things if you've only played the PlayStation or Sega Saturn remakes. Alex is basically just a magician in this version, and his sword is irrelevant.
いや、この戦闘うまいですね。
Well, yeah, this version is the only version where he's a magic user, pure magic user. Every other version, he is a pure sword user almost. Not pure, but he has a little bit of magic,
But not like he's got in this one.
and spells in this
で
game
今
are great
ナッシュ
because
が
there's a million
合う
spells
ん
in
です
this
けど、
and all of them are
ナッシュはどっか
slightly
行っ
better
ちゃう
than
ん
the
で
one previous to it. So there's like 8 single target healing spells. With each one, the next one
2は
is
ベーンですね。
slightly better than the one before it.
で、上の方今行ってますけど、塔があるんですよね。
So this is
塔
a
だっけ？
magic guild. We come here to join, and they say absolutely not. It's late.
塔だよね、確かね。
Rolled it late.
塔があっ
So we're
て、
gonna go cry and see if we can find
で
it.
そこで
Feels sad.
誰だっけ？
Unfortunately, all we're gonna find is
誰だっ
Nash,
け？
though.
No, we're gonna find someone better first.
Oh, that's true.
Slightly. So this game also has status.
あ、ちゃんとかっこいい。裏にあるやつを通るんだ。
Utility increasing nut.
イベント
or
入り
item, I
ま
should
す。
say. It's you know here I'm nut, so it's a nut, but we're gonna pick up a handful of them because we want Alex to be strong, and you know they kind of look like Wheaties, so that works.
はい、
So
ミヤ
meet
ですね。
the quite old Mia also, the
ミヤ
daughter
で
of
す
the
ね。
guild master.
そうでした、ミヤでした。
She's aged a little bit since, you know, or de-aged a little bit since.
ガレオンはこの後でしょ、
Because
確
she's
か。
supposed to be like 16.
She is a
確
very
かその後だったと思ったけ
wizened
ど。
16.
She's wise behind her years. Okay. So you know we couldn't join the Magic Guild, so we're gonna go cry to
Ne-
Nash, and he's gonna be like, "Don't worry, I'll talk to the head honcho. I'll get you
Ne-
in. You
Nash
know, I'll
と
slip you in."
話
So he's gonna go
し
talk to
て、
Galleon, the
話どっか
premier
行く
of
ん
the Magic Guild.
どっか
Now,
行っ
what's
ちゃ
the
うん
difference
で。
between the premier and Guildmaster? I don't know.
で、
Yeah, no, to this day, nobody
追っ
knows.
かけてって、
I think
ガ
being
レオ
the
ンだっ
premier
け？
just
これが
gets you
ここで
that
ガレオン
really
頼ん
awesome
だよね。
hat, though.
Yeah, and it gets you
What, ne?
voice acting.
これこれ。
So meet the last voice actor in the game that you haven't heard yet.
は
He
い、
is
ガ
by
レオン
far
さ
the
ん。
most excited to see me.
Welcome to the Magic Guild of Vane, Alex of Berg. I'm Galleon, Premier of the Guild. My
まあ
brother
ギルド
suggests
長
we
ですね。
tell of you. He says you helped him a great deal during his journey. You seem to be quite resourceful, Alex.
違和感しかね。
Perhaps you can help me.
I'm now deeply disturbed that nobody blinks. Thanks.
ちなみに、
Well, no, Alex did at the beginning.
ちなみにこのガレオンの声は日本版だとナヤロクロウさんなので。
You should go deal with it to help us out, and then we'll get you into the Magic Guild. And he's like, you should take
熱いで
Nash.
しょ
Like, no.
超胸熱ですよ、ナヤロクロウさんで
You're
すから。
supposed to talk to Nash and take him, but he just takes experience from everyone else.
園長先生です。
He doesn't need that experience.
クレヨン
We
しん
need
ちゃ
that
んの園
experience.
長先
I
生
mean,
ですね、
he needs a
昔の
little
ね。
bit, but once he gets the thumper spell, that's where his usefulness ends. That's literally all he's going to be good for is 3 encounters where he casts a spell called Thunder Thumper, which freezes enemies, or can freeze enemies. And
で、
it
ま
makes a
た
few boss fights a lot less messy.
It does, and they're actually fairly
Like
late
it.
game, which is kind of nice.
So we're going
一回
to
戻っ
make
て
a
ま
side
す
trip
ね。
here, to this town here of Nanza. We don't have to be here until later in the game, but we're going to get the return point for teleporting, and here I'm nuts.
なあつ
More agility is always good. Just so, you know, too bad we should give him to Jessica, though, so she doesn't heal last every time.
But then you run into the thing where she heals before the
I know.
dragons even attack.
So this land here is so beautiful, it has dimples. I wish I had dimples like this.
でっかいハエが。でっかい
Of
ハエ
course,
が出
there
る
are objects that point you bounce off of them. And you notice the single trees? Some of the single trees in this game are objects, some of them are not. In this case, they're not because the dimples are in the way. So we're going to go to the town of Land here. It's going to... Ooh, fishies. Only 3, though. You can get the 6 fish encounter here. But we're going to go to the town of Land where we're going to get a boat to go to the
まあ
island
英語版だとアレッ
where
クスにな
this
ってますけど、
dragon
日本語版だ
master
と
Zoc
アレ
is
クですね。
presiding and being
それ言ってなかっ
rude
た。
and bad things.
And we're gonna pick up the worst made sprite in the game.
で、ランの村でしたっけここね。
We left Nash back in vain, okay? I don't know what you're talking about. Well, say hello to Jessica.
That Jessica sprite makes me feel so bad.
She looks a lot younger
はい
in this one, though. It's like
ジェ
she
シカ
looks
が出
the
ま
age
し
of
た。
her and Mia.
で、ここでジェシカを仲間にしま
So
す。
she's a healer. Probably couldn't guess from the white robe.
彼女はまあ回復使えるんでね。
She's gonna help us out going to this island. And,
で、彼女仲間にしないとこの先行けないんで。
we're gonna turn AI on, and I'll explain what that is in a minute because that's actually a glitch that we're doing.
なんかここからバグを使うらしいですよ。
Alex to increase his agility. And we're gonna hop on a boat to go over. Okay, so the AI glitch is the only glitch that we use in the game. As far as I know, it's the only real glitch in the game. So this game has AI, artificial intelligence, and when you're in combat, you'll notice there's an AI command. Well, what does it do? Well, it usually just attacks. But if you have the options to turn on magic AI and item AI, or tool AI they call it. And when you do that, that gives them the ability to use items and magic in combat if you choose AI. But it has an unintended side effect where
最初の青
if, say,
髪
if
ヒ
you
ロインは
turn
もっ
on the
と
magic AI and
後
you
で
use a
す。
spell instead of her using a spell, not only will your spell go off, but they'll also attack an extra time. So ultimately it's a way to increase the amount of damage I'll be doing. And late
もっと
game
後です
it's a 25%
大事な
damage
ことになっ
boost
て
to
くるんで。
Alex. It's that powerful. So
わーって言っ
that's
ちゃっ
the
たよ。
AI
ダメだ
glitch,
わ。
I like to call it.
It's also a good way to get Nash killed.
Yeah, because it means Nash casts magic and then runs into melee. It's very helpful.
You know, I'm so surprised. I've never seen a dungeon like this before.
I know. They didn't even change the
順
color.
調に進ん
They
でんな
kept。it the same brown, you know.
そうそう、船の最初の船に乗る
But
と
this
ころ
is
で
actually one of the shortest
私は
dungeons.
ここに残るわっつって
And
残
it
っ
gives
ちゃうんで
us,
す
we
ね
can。pick up an item called a wind essence, which allows me to teleport out when I'm done. So we're gonna go grab this wind essence. And this is not the most obvious dungeon because the exit to get through it, you have to go down there. And when I played this the first time, I probably circled this dungeon 5
まあ
times
彼
before
女
I
は
realized that there
ま
was
あ
a door down
主
there.
人公のアレクの
The problem is,
の幼馴
if
染
you
な
look
ん
at
で
the
ね。
maps, it's like,
まあThere's
what? There's
Yeah.
no door here.
まあ冒険したくないってことじゃん。
So, Dragon Master Zoc, the only version of the game where he actually commands dragons.
Are you
let's
trying to
see.
tell me giant frogs aren't
でこれ
dragons
が
now?
ドラゴンマスターだっつって言っ
And
て
so
やつ
this
ね。
is a finicky fight because what I'm basically hoping for is two on each party member. But when Jessica goes first like this, she's kind enough to just go run in there. But if she gets knocked away, oh, bad turn order. If the other
これは
dragon
結構
would've
ダ
went,
メ
it
が
would've
ひどいん
knocked
で
her
すね。
away, and I would have got 2 people to hit me. So what we now need is
多
Jessica
分
takes
この
some
状態だ
damage,
とア
and
レ
then
クより
Jessica
ジェシカ
heal.
の方が強いから。
And now heal. Heal. Thank you.
お
Little
ー間
late,
に合っ
but
た
I'll。
That was
take it.
close.
So we want her to heal early in the next fight. You also notice I'm doing, please heal. Thank you. You'll notice I'm doing a magic and then attacking. That's the AI bug.
まあこれが AI でやって
I'm
るんで
sacrificing 2 attacks for 1 magic and 1 attack.
正しい
Oh,
意味の
she's
レディ
still
ーファー
getting
ストですよ。
though. I'm gonna see if I can. Okay, good. He went for me anyways. I still need her to heal. Ooh, see, she's making it a little too close for my comfort right now. Okay, so the other one will attack Alex because he's closer, so that's good. Of course, we don't want it to stay like that, but we've almost killed one of the dragons. Once you kill one of the dragons, it gets so much easier.
Yeah, but the thing is, of course, is Alex kind of needs to survive this battle because if he dies, one of the future battles, and I learned that the hard way.
Please, okay, good. We got the heals.
One of the future battles is almost impossible.
Yeah, he needs the experience. You want him to survive every encounter if you can. When you get to later in the game, it gets a lot harder when things start doing a lot more damage.
まあだいぶもう
It's
大丈夫
fine
に
to
なったでしょうこれ
sacrifice,
な
you
ら。
know, to not have him alive for an encounter or two, but The more he stays alive, the more experience he gets, and it makes one of the end game bosses quite a bit faster if he stays alive.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're just going to attack now. And finish him off. So that was a pretty good dragon fight. It was a little scary. Jessica was getting me a little worried there with some of those heals, but...
Yeah, totally random turn order is also a thing here.
Yeah, so we forgive him because he's like, I learned my ways. I'm not going to be mean anymore, and I won't call myself a Dragon Master.
でまあドラゴンマスター
Good job. So we're going
っていうやつを
to
ま
put my armor
あ
back
倒した
on.
わけ
We're
で
gonna turn her AI off because we don't want it anymore. And then we're going to use that wind essence to get out of here. That was the only fight in the game I want her to have the AI glitch.
Yeah, otherwise there's no reason for Jessica to throw herself into the fray.
でまあまた戻ります村に戻ります
I'm very sorry if you get motion
They have to have loading screens somewhere, right?
でまあジェシカは要は案内役的なものですね
We are past 13,000 now.
案内役的なもんだったんでまあ一時的にしかいねえよっていうことでまあここで離れます
So Jessica now splits. She splits.
She's like, I had enough of this. I'll see you later.
Yeah. So basically, the first hour 10 of the game, about hour 10 of the game, is meeting party members, adventuring with them a little bit, and then they split.
で
And
ま
then
た
eventually they'll all come back together.
ベイに戻りますね
Oh, good. Fish.
Yeah.
お
But
お
I've gained a lot of levels and got some hero nuts, so I'm a lot faster than what I was.
Yeah, that's true.
まあでもレベルが高いん
So
で
fish are not only
先
gonna get
行
the
できてる
first
から
level, which is really
そんな大
Yeah,
変
the
じゃない
walk
ですね
back
もう
is a
ね
lot safer than the walk over.
Yeah, so now that we've disposed of them, there's only one thing to do. Go back and glow. We gotta go tell Galleon of our heroic deeds. And maybe we'll get to join the prestigious Magic Guild of Maine.
Well, I mean, the dude totally wasn't a dragon master. I didn't see any Wheaties in there.
The dragons forgot to eat them. That's why they fell over so easily. There's Vane, by the way. It actually is a floating city. And there's the tower we just passed is the goddess tower, the goddess of Althena's tower. No one knows what it's for because no one can get there because it's like really high. And Vane just doesn't have a docking port apparently.
さあこれでまた魔法陣乗ってベイに戻ると
So yeah, we can just easily now go in and out.
でまあベイに戻ってまあ最初入り口で回復できるんで回復してまあさっきの
Only for one thing.
とこ行ってまあガレオに話しかける
So
と
we're gonna go tell Galleon and about us taking out the fake Dragon Masters, and Nash is still there waiting for me to take him with us. He's like, "Can you just tag me in? I'm ready, boss. I'm ready to go
で
in
まあ
there."
これねガレオンと
Not yet,
話した
not
後
yet,
に
it's too early for you.
真ん中の一
But
見
this
の
gives
と
us
こ
the
で
ability to
で
to
ミ
meet
レアと
the
話せ
guild
るようにな
master
るん
who's
で
been patiently waiting
話すと
behind
いう
that
ことで
curtain for who knows how long. She's been back there for a while.
はいまたここでカットシーンが入り
And
ますよ
she's
ほら
gonna be like, "Hey,
で
thanks
ミリア
for
が出
helping
ま
us
した
out, but you know what? I see your truth. You're trying to
でそうする
destroy
と
the Magic Guild," and throws me in prison.
なぜかローにローにぶち込まれるっていう
Yeah, so Nala's gonna make a run for it very slowly.
なるはさりげなく飛んでっちゃうってい
What you
う
have to do is press right. Not left, not down, not up, right. If you don't go right,
でそうするとここでミアが助けに来たんですね助けに来てくれて
Trust me, she knows.
でミアが協力してくれと何をするかっていうとその銀の塔に行って鏡を取りたいんだけど協力しろと
But I need you to go get a mirror to prove that she's my fake, not my real mom. So we need to go get the mirror of Althena to prove that she's not real, or well, who she really says she is. So this is a lovely tower here, this silver tower, where the only reason we can get into it is because of that fancy dragon ring that Quark gave us. Yes, Quark.
でまあ、銀の
Is
塔
where we
です
will
ね
get our mirror.
でミアがいるおかげでこれ2階に行けるようになってると登ってきます
And you'll never see any others like it.
Yeah. So the ghost there, Casper the friendly ghost, is who we want to see because they're slow. Everyone else is pretty fast.
どんどん登ってきます。無視してます
Something
ね。
you're gonna see a lot, by the way.
下にちょこちょこ宝箱あるんですけど、
Because there's only a few chests we want to get. Like we're gonna get these ones because we still need money and healing.
ああ、換金アイテム取って
Gotten
ま
to
す
the
ね
point。where that's not needed anymore.
装備するためかな。でも換金だと思うんだよな。
Also, you'll notice Mia takes 1 damage from that.
ゲシ側の宮派による戦
Mia
い。
has insanely good magic defense, and it's
それ
very
結構
useful.
あれ
It allows you
が
to
ちです
resist
けどね。
spells like
ここも
Flamer
ね。
and the sleep spells, which will happen later in the world's worst dungeon.
Yes.
This could be a little scary at my health. Okay, they attacked. That's fine. As long as they physically attack Alex. So I am going to.
で、ミアは魔法に対しての耐性すごい高いんで、魔法はほぼ1ですね。
It's just to stay alive. we gotta walk out of this tower still. But yeah, there's 2 things we want to get up here. One is the mirror, and the other is this thing called an Herb of Althena. What it does is it heals your entire party to full. It's a very useful item. Healing your party to full with an item is great.
おお、がっつりもダメージもらってますね。
We're gonna save it for later because we don't need it now. But there's only so many of these in the early game.
ハーレムじゃ
We also
ない
picked up a Seed of Vigor earlier,
de
which
しょ。
restores someone magic to full, or not really full. It gives them approximately 230 to 240
耐え
magic.
ああ、よかったよかっ
It's still ridiculously overpowered for this point in
た。ああ、
the
これ
game.
逃げれ
Yeah,
る。よ
considering
し
the。most expensive spell in the game costs 120.
で、まあ、多分回復させるでしょう。ね。やっぱり。
Good time for a couple donations?
Sure, go ahead. Unless we get a bunch of Caspers.
All right. So we have $20 from Painter KMS. Thank you for running Lunar.
で、まあ、
This was
こ
my
こで
favorite game as a kid, and I'm loving the couch
最上
commentary.
階まで
This
上
is
が
for
る
a
と。
great cause close to my heart. We have $10 from Creative Alley. Wonderful event, awesome people, good luck Highspirits, good luck Spirits.
Safe travels and get on the plane. Oh yeah, make sure you tell me when you land, please, so I can pick you up. I forgot to text you that earlier, Ellie. He's coming today, so.
Yeah.
問題なくいってますね。
You got anything else?
Yeah, we have $50 from Code Lizard.
ああ、ちょっ
Congrats
と
on
危
your
ないか。あ
Lunar
あ、大丈夫
That's
だ。
never happened before. And good luck on the rest of the run, High Spirits. Donation goes to Runner's Choice.
Oh yeah, in case you didn't know, my runner's choice is to name one of the Prinnies Magus dude. Because there wasn't a lot of Prinny names right now, so.
Dude. And $10 from Anonymous.
何回やりま
This
したっけね。
series on
結構なんか
Sega CD
回数
is a
高いん
childhood
だよね、こ
favorite.
れ。
Thanks for running the Lunar games, High Spirits.
Yeah, I've speedrun almost every Lunar game. There's only one that I haven't done yet, and there's one that I refuse to do. But yeah, pretty soon I'm gonna do the one I haven't done, which is the PSP remake of this game, Silver Star Harmony.
And
3D Lunar.
And somehow I know I'm gonna get dragged into that too.
Of course.
I probably will too.
That's why these two are here, 'cause we drag them into Lunar.
Exactly.
Kicking and screaming sometimes.
Well, I mean, technically, I was already here, just super casually.
Yeah. Alright, so we got the mirror, but now we got to get to where Mia's mom is. And she's in the other tower. Well, where's the other tower? You can't walk to it. You have to take the back door into it. Remember when I said this is a good and a bad thing? Welcome to the bad thing. The entrance to the tower is at the very entrance of the caves here, but you can't get to the very entrance from the teleporter anymore. So you have to walk through this entire dungeon backwards.
もうこの辺からだいぶ違うはずですよ。確か。
Also, where is that clinking sound coming from in the music? Is that me every time I hit the wall? Because you know, like the machine cranking sound that you can hear going on? It's like, okay. These walls are moving.
Alex has some very interesting armor.
So yeah, this is exciting. This guy, yeah, he's been.
確かね。
He looks like the hero from Dragon Quest V. He's still looking for his mother. That's why he's lost in the cave. Sorry, little buddy. You'll find mom soon. Don't worry. She's out there.
まあ、この時はランダム演歌でしたけど、確かね、リメイク版はシンボルだったような気がしたけど、違ったっけ？
Take this moment just to remind everybody that we do have some upcoming incentives for the next couple of games. For the Soul Blazer, there is the bid war for the name. And as Highspirits said earlier, there is naming the Prenny for Disgaea, as well as
そうですね。確かナッシュがいたかな。いたな。
Dude.
I really hope the Everhate name
い
wins.
た。ここでいた。ここでいたっけ？もうちょい後じゃなかったっけ？お、ごっちゃになってっかな。
that I knew on Twitch that really affected me the most when he passed away. And Soul Blazer was kind of his first, along with Dragon Warrior 4. And yeah, he's one guy I will always remember. Because we were really
あ、これまだ
learning Dragon Warrior 4 together and
まだ追って
being
る？
there in late night
この後
marathons
ナッシュが
when I
仲間にな
needed
るんだ。
help and no one else
そう
was
そう。
around.
この
He would stay
後
up all
シレの
night
洞
and
窟抜け
help me
て
out and- And of course, I did the same for him. And
あの塔なんだっけ？
became pretty good friends. So, and I know this is one
あの塔の名前が出てこね
is for Nami.
え。なんだっけ？
Okay, so there's the entrance that we need. Finally.
We've finally come over there.
Want to go back to the other entrance? Looks like a nice dungeon. Yeah, you couldn't come here earlier because you need Mia to take down the mirror.
で、
Because
ここ
only
か
she can
ら
break glass.
新しい方ですね。
We're not done yet because there's still a couple more rooms.
I mean, we've heard her sing if you've played the other version, but I didn't think her voice was that shrill.
え、ルーナ
I don't
船
know
乗
what her
る
voice is 'cause she doesn't
あ
have
あ、
it
そうか、
in
乗っ
this
とるわ。
version.
ナッシュの性格は気にしたことがない。そんなものは気にしたら負けだから気にしたことがない。
It's not too bad because, all it does is just waste a few seconds in most cases. But we're going to come out the other end of this tower once we stop playing in the shrooms. There we go. And we're going to be greeted by someone.
ここでナッシュ
Now,
がいるん
if
で
you。look really closely when he joins, you're going to find the world's best hidden chest. Did you see it?
マジか。
There is a ridiculous amount of treasure chests in this game hidden behind stuff.
Yeah. So we're going to use the status increasing nuts and guess who doesn't need armor? And then we're going to turn his AI on because we need him to run into combat to save Alex. That's my story and I'm sticking to it, okay?
で、
This is the
この
encounter
塔の
with
名
the
前なんだっけ？
Seaman or the ghosts. Although Nash is slow, so is Mia, but
ナッシュはそんなにキザだったイメージがないんですけどね。
initiative rolls and yeah. So sometimes they're fast and look at all those casters. They look so happy to see me. Bye. Now, if you can't figure out where I'm going to go next in this dungeon, there actually is a lot of chests and things, but nothing I really need. Okay, Alex took some damage. Don't need to worry about anyone else. So this is where Galleon is hanging out and
あ、ここでレミリアに話して
It really is dun dun dun
変身しちゃうんですね。本性が出てき
Who
て
is。Zenobia? No one knows. At least yet. But she is what you'd call a Vile Tribe member. In this game, there's two types of people. There's humans and Vile Tribe, which are basically beasts.
なんだっけ？
And they've been shunned to the frontier, where forsaken by the goddess. And now Zenobia, being one of the Vile Tribe, wants to
そのまま
basically
ゼノビアでいいんだっ
destroy
け？
the world because she thinks the goddess Althena, turned her back.
右側
on
で勉強してきた
them,
ぜ。
and she's miserable and not happy.
じゃあ
and
俺より
so
上
she
かも
sends
しれん。
these two pipers on us, and we're just gonna beat on them a little bit. And if we're really lucky, Nash is going to go ahead and tank some hits for me by the in a couple of turns. We don't want it to be too soon. Yeah, get right up there. Show us how heroic you are.
この辺
Save
も
Mia, the one you love.
メガ CD では
Good job,
声が
Nash.
ない
You saved her. She didn't get hit. Although I really didn't want him to go that soon because he is damaged.
ネタバレ注意か。ウィキは見てないからわからんな。
It should still be okay.
Yeah.
ちなみにさっきのゼノビアは魔族で
Oh,
す
it's。gonna be okay. All you do is lose a few seconds because I out heal these guys by far.
Yeah.
In fact, I might need to do a safety heal because I don't know if I have enough health to
まあ
survive.
RPG よくあるあれですよ。
They're not that hard.
No, this
復
is
讐
not
に
that
確か
bad.
燃えてるんじゃなかった
In
っ
the
け？
PlayStation version,
ね。
this is my favorite.
確か復讐しようとして
in
レミリアに
every
変
other
身
remake
して
except for this
やろう
game.
としてんじゃなかったっけ？
And she has a spell called Escape Song where she just basically escapes from combat. It's the only boss fight in the game you can do it in the PlayStation version.
で無
Okay,
事
so we
ゼノビア倒しました。
shoot away Zenobia and we go up and talk to Gallion.
でミアとナッシュが離れて
Vile tribe making plans to destroy the world? I need to go find Quark and talk to him because Gallion is in this game. I guess we didn't really go into the deep lore, but there's 4 legendary heroes.
で、今度はまたあれメリビアに行くんだっけさっき白リン会うんだっけさっき
One was Gallion, one was Mia's mom, Lamia, which you really don't even see the real her. And the other one is Master Mel, who you're going to visit very
どっちだっけどっちが先だっけ
Lives in the worst house ever constructed.
You would think, yeah, when you see this house. I was joking with Jair yesterday that Jim from Virtual Hidewide would really love this house. Think of all the map turning you could do in this house.
Yeah.
Also, those monsters are called Wyverns, you know, for Team Wyvern out there. Genya Megas, yeah. Go Team Wyvern! So first thing we need to do is we need to do a shopping trip here.
あーキリーってなんだっけキリーってなんだっけ俺が分かってないわ
3 wind essence to help us escape from dungeons. And this thing called an amulet. What does the amulet do? Well, supposedly it lowers the encounter rate of when you're on the field, which could be argumented against as whether it actually works very well or not. I always compare it to smoke in Breath of Fire 2, where yes, if you use smoke to get rid of one encounter, like for the 2 minutes that you have smoke on. But it's a permanent item you can equip, so it does lower it a little bit. I mean, it's kind of worth having. It's not even out of the way, so.
山賊で女装してた
Not too expensive either, luckily.
Yeah. This is Mel's house. Nice house he has, right? We had to come here because in order to get Gallion to Quark, by going back to that story, he wanted to go talk to Quark to find out what's going on with the Vile tribe. And since he's friends with the dragon, you know, we figure, sure, we'll take him. The problem
で
is,
今ここにガレオンがいるんですよねそうそうここにガレオンがいるからガレオンにこれ話さないとイベントが進まないんだよそうそう
So he can talk to him and we need a ship to get back home. So here's Mel, one of the 4
あ
heroes.
見ましたメル
And also the father of Jessica.
メル出た
Which is kind of an interesting dynamic because Mel thinks Jessica's a sweetheart, but her personality is actually like a firecracker. She gets very angry. She argues with her boyfriend a lot. But she doesn't want her father to know that.
Now we get the obligatory nightmare.
Yep.
I don't know what
で
crashed.
ここ
I'd
で
still like to know what crashed.
なんと連れ去られてしまうんですね
Dun, dun, dun. So
果
what
たして
we're
これ
gonna
は
do
夢
here
なの
now,
か
we're gonna
現実なの
stop
か
here and we're gonna make a safety save. Well, not really a safety save. It's gonna save time most likely. Because I owe you guys a donation incentive that was meant.
ね
And I
今
have to
ル
go
ー
through
ナが
several streams
さら
of the
さらわれ
sewers
る
to get to it,
夢を
which means
見て
there's
しまったわけですが
potentially a lot of
まあ果た
encounters,
して
so
こ
I
れ
need
が
to save there in case I get a ton of
本当なの
encounters
か
just
嘘
fast
なのか
and
分かりませんね
and go back there. But if I get very little to none, it's nice.
で今これ、メルの屋敷の裏手っていうんですか裏手ってじゃへんだ
Here
ね
comes the encounters when I'm finally here.
地下水路
He is a
に
blackjack dealer who has
まあ
not
裏道が
lost in 20 years. Can you
隠れ
believe that?
ね隠れ
Like,
通
look
路
at
があ
this
って
guy. He has not a 20-year winning
でこ
streak.
こで
So we're gonna try to play with him, but we gotta see how he's gonna.
これブラックジャックをしますここで
18 is good. Ah, we lost.
ああ負けた
So sometimes he doesn't cooperate. So I need to win a hand first. If I don't win a hand, I gotta back out. And I'll show you
でこの人に
why
勝
this
つ
guy is so
勝つ
special.
んだ勝つと右のやつがもらえるんですよね
I love the bottom line.
18. Shh.
Oh, 20 years.
Oh, he's on 19 again. Oh.
運がないな
Yeah, this guy for you. I only lose 10 gold each time, so it's not a problem. Anyways, I can reset if I need to. 10 silver, I mean. 19? 21? Okay, he's not supposed to always do this, okay? It's supposed to be a fair game, okay?
やべえブラックジャック出しやがった
See, this is why he has that 20-year winning
I
streak.
know. Oh, boy. 6.
一回
24.
アウト
Yeah, that's that time, you know. Bad cards. But, like, you have 18s and 19s, you're like...
クズ
yeah.
ほん
We'll
と
get to
ひ
this.
ど
Don't
い
worry,
な
this
こ
might
れ
take a couple minutes. 15,
17いくかいくか。
He's gonna have a 10, yeah.
I'm gonna start to lose count, you know.
I've usually always won by this point, so it's actually kind of rare to still be losing. 8, 16.
Out.
This guy is so cruel to me. Might need to reset just to get my money back soon. Okay, 18, right? I can't win for 19, but he can? Wait a second. That's not fair.
Note to self: don't go to Las Vegas with Highspirits.
20, okay, this
あ、
is
これ
good,
勝ったろ
right?
これ勝ったろ
Yes,
Yeah,
okay, so
but-
we won. Is this deck marked? You seem awfully lucky. Sure.
You seem
wanna
awful
play some
lucky
more?
とか
Nah.
すげえ運だ
I'm
な
not
すげえ
gonna
お前何回負け
defeat
とんね
you.
ん
You were just lucky. Why don't we play a final game, all or nothing? Okay, sure. Why not? You know. So let's do this. Sure. I got a 20. I obviously am not gonna lose. Welcome to the reason why he has a 20-year win streak. You can't beat this guy. Every time you get winnings, and then you try to leave, he all or nothing and rolls a 21. Every time.
ま
When you win, obviously.
ああれ確かイカ
That
様
is the
だ
dirty
ったか
cheating
な
blackjack dealer. And it's funny that I got a 20 because it made it even better. Because it's like, oh yes, I can actually like fake it like I might actually win it. Usually it's like, oh look, I got a 12. I guess I'll just stand.
ああ普通にあれ取りに
Not
行け
even
るんだったら
climactic.
そうそう
Oh, those red chests I can't open yet. You need a special Thieves Guild crest to open them. Or a lockpick. His name is Kyle, but... So I didn't
あれ
reset
確か
because
必要な
it
イ
was
ベ
an
ントだっ
easy
たはず
walk. It takes like a minute to load the Sega CD in the game. So it wasn't really worth the reset, but... Hey, your reward for watching that donation incentive is to watch me go through this house again. Congratulations, keep donating. The good news is, this is not the last time we go through here. We got to go through it only one more time. I guess that's not good news, is it, when you think about
No.
it?
確か負けイベだったはずだけどな
Why did he make his house a maze?
It's to keep intruders out, which you're going to see how well it works. I mean, yes. You notice how far we had to go to get to his bedroom? He has beds right at the door. Is that for when he's like, I'm too tired to walk to my bedroom. I'm going to sleep in these ones.
と
Okay, so after finally losing to the blackjack dealer, back to the perilous seas. Oh, watch out for the fish. Oh, I think we're just going to miss the fish.
I still disagree with this picture. My boat, that boat looked nothing like that boat. I want
The
that. I
boat
want
is
that
size of Italy, okay? Look at that.
Looking into the Vijan, right over there.
I know, oh, the sea
We
dragon.
avoided him.
Yeah, the sea dragon got close, though. Woo, that sea dragon. Okay, so we finally made it back to almost the beginning of the game. Yeah, so that's what the game does to you.
で
Is it
あ
forces
そう
you
そう
to
こ
go
っか
all the way
ら
back to the beginning.
ここからガレオンと一緒
How
に
nice of it.
あの
In case
白龍のとこ行くん
you
ですよ
play
最
the
初
game
の
and you're like, I need some nostalgia. What happened to me in the beginning of the
そう
game
そう
that I played like, hours, which if you're playing casually it'd be hours ago. Let's be forced to go back there and find out.
So I'm trying to figure out why this game doesn't follow typical RPG logic. Since we've gone on a boat 3 times now, and none of the boats have been destroyed yet.
Because this boat is smart. It avoided the sea dragon. You saw it clearly. It was even marked on the map. Usually when captains see a map, they think it's all optional, and they're like, hey, that might be dangerous. Let's go in that direction. No, this captain was smart. He followed the
そうだ
map.
ねそうそう白龍のとこ向かう
Time to go back to the totally intended shortcut through the mountains, right? See, I don't know if this was intended or not, but there's no path, so it makes it seem like they forgot collision in that one spot. Because it's the only place in the game you can do that. We're supposed to go up and down and around the mountains, and yeah, we don't got time for that. We got the world to save from the evil Zenobia. I mean, she's alone in this version. She doesn't even have Royce and Phasia to help her out.
Yeah. And she's not even important enough to get a voice actor.
I know. Best voice actor ever at Working Design. So Working Designs, from what I understand, they're the company that localized this game. Game Arts is the one that originally made it in Japan. And Working Designs, for all of their games, which they've actually localized a bunch that you've probably heard of,
確かこの後はなん
didn't
だ
really pay for professional voice actors. So a lot of the people they used were in office. Like Galleon, who's John Truitt, amazing voice actor for working in the office. But you'll notice it. They always, you can hear it in a lot of their games. Like if you play like Grow
今
Lancer,
そうだよな
you play,
今ここから
Magic Knight Rayearth, which is something you might see later in this marathon. You know, games like that. You'll notice they reuse some of their voice actors. But now here's the dramatic moments. The snails. No, you're
あれ
supposed to walk
そ
through
れ
the
白龍に
door.
会って白龍に会いに
The
行っ
dramatic
て
moment when Galleon comes back to meet his dear friend Quark.
ねなんか
Quark is so
ガ
happy
レオンが
to
変
have
なこと言い出
another
すんですよ
friend, so I'm not even going to talk during this part.
So, Alex, you've returned. And this time you brought another friend with you. Wait, Galleon, is that you? I haven't seen you since we lost time.
Yes, dear Quark.
He looks happy to see him.
さあここで顔が表変しますよ
Be alive. A part of me died that black day. But now, dear friend, things are changing again. I'll soon rule the world. But first, you have to die.
No
No, the best part is coming. You gotta wait till Galleon
Now
finishes.
that that's taken care of, only the goddess Althena stands in my way. Soon, the whole world will be mine!
Yes, he laughs maniacally running away. That's
Yes.
the best thing ever.
Best evil laugh in games.
And it's the running away thing, which is hilarious. But, oh, sorry, Rip Quark. We're sorry.
Yeah,
We're
Rip
sorry.
Quark.
The goddess will be vulnerable.
で
Yeah, this is unfortunately the only version where the dragons are killed.
Yeah, literally killed.
でこっからまあちょっ
So he
と
basically tasks me to become a dragon.
一応普通に行くと先に白龍に
And
I
become the
couldn't
hero
say
that I
that.
always wanted to become.
だけど
I'm like, you know, it's like,
結局この後村に行ってなんだかん
sign
だ
me
っ
up.
て
That's
す
what
る
I
ん
was
で
trying to do.
まあ先に他のイベントこ
So
な
we're
したっ
just
て感
gonna
じですか
step
ね
over his tail one last time.
あ違う違う違う違う違う違う嘘言った嘘言った今
Bye-bye, Quark.
嘘言った違う違う
And
違う
the
違う
good thing is we're not done hearing Galleon
De-
run away either.
ここで
Yeah, I know.
白龍に会ったんで
We need to meet in order to become a dragon
で
master. We
他
need to
の
meet the
今
four
この
dragons.
今もう出ますね
And every
で
time
この
we
上のと
do,
こ
we
に
get one of their dragon master
行く
gear
と
or items, and we get a new spell to play with.
白龍
In
の
this case,
翼
we
です
get
ね
the dragon
これね
wings, which allow
白
you
龍
to
の
teleport
翼
to
を
any
もら
town
っ
you've been
て
to.
でその時に雷竜の
They
牙
need
だっ
something
け
to power them up first.
ね
Probably.
確か雷竜の牙だとかそんな名前だった気がしないよね
I guess we'll
忘れ
find
ま
out
したね
shortly, right?
Keeping us in suspense.
I know. This is not for long, trust me. It don't take long to power them up. It's also the last fight coming up in the
で
game where I have to
こ
rely
れ
on
もう用な
Flea
い
to
ん
keep
で
me alive.
白龍も用ないんで
Yeah, this is also the fight coming up.
今
when
から村
Alex
行きま
get,
す
as much experience as he
Yeah.
can.
た
Yeah.
ね今から村に行
So
っ
you
て
come back to Berg and you'll notice something's missing. The water. Someone just literally drained the entire town of water.
そう水
Now
が
they're
ないんで
all
すよ
gonna be thirsty
こ
in
こ
their
最初は水あったんですけど
Also, Luna's being
水がないんですよ
But I guess, you know, that's secondary to the water. Okay, so we need to make sure we
でこれ
have
ゼノビアがい
proper
るんですね
equipment
ここ
for
で
this.
ね
Starlight. Where's that? Silverlight. 2
でこれで
healing,
ボス
2
戦でゼノ
comfort.
ビアと
That's
もう一
good.
回
We're
戦
gonna turn
う
our AI off for this. Because we want to run into a corner, not run out of the corner.
ね後ろ
So
上に
Zenobia's like, I
上に
kidnapped
ルーナがい
her
ます
finally.
In literally that voice.
And then she's gonna
Ma,
send a whole
Zenobia
bunch of
声ない
enemies
です
at me, and pretty
残念
much
な
we
がら
need to be in a corner. Because if too many enemies are hitting me, then I'm just gonna die. So top right, top right, top right. Just move. That's not the
多分
corner.
この辺がサターンと確か違った気がする
But I need help. I need one of them to hit me into the corner.
ちょっと前に私が言ったあれですね
We
あ
played
の
this game
サターンと
running
か
of
プレステ
getting
版
into the
と
corner yesterday, and I
Yeah, I
hope it
know.
ここ
works
がちょ
better
っと違
today.
うってい
Yesterday
う
he did
ね
not
言った
want
ちょ
to
こっ
go
と
to
言い
a
ましたけ
corner
ど
in this
ここ
fight.
ですはい
Come on, someone hit me to the corner. You can do it.
あれ
Yeah, there we
There you
go.
go.
Oh, I need to heal one without. Don't go last. Don't go last. Don't go last. Don't go last. Okay, we're good.
おお
We're
よか
gonna
った
win. We got it, y'all.
そうだよね
We got it.
そういう
So not
話
only
だっ
2
たはず
enemies get hit,
うん
and the ones that are hitting me do 10 less damage than the ones that can't
Sa.
hit me. These have a lot of health. So I'm showing off my new fancy spell, by the way, that I got when I was getting the dragon wings. So what I'm going to do first here is I'm going to cast a spell called Flamer. Don't kill the green ones. I'm going to do a safety here. Also, I don't need the Comherbs anymore. Because there is a chance that this spell will not kill all of the enemies left. Because those weren't the best Flamer damage rolls. Nice.
Nice.
And now for the levels.
すごい上が
I
ります
gained
ね
8
ここね
levels, I think, from that encounter.
We're not underleveled at all for this.
でここで
Not anymore.
さらっちゃいます
And then Luna gets kidnapped.
ルーナがここで
So
さらわれ
yeah,
てし
now
ま
we
いま
got some things
す
to do. Now we got to go rescue my girlfriend and save the world.
多分ここが違うんでし
A
ょ
band of,
うね
of children to help us
サ
out.
タン版は誰か
Some
連れたんだっけ
upstart teenagers, maybe?
As long as they're not playing card games.
No?
あれ
Oh, one of them we got to get is Jessica. Guess where she is.
サタン版は誰が連れたんだっけ
If you get tired, there's beds along the way, so just choose one. So this is the second time we got to go through this place. Because, well, unfortunately, this long, windy path didn't really keep intruders out. Especially when they can teleport like Zenobia. We didn't think of that. There's magic in the world. There's ominous music too, if you can't figure it out. It's really like, it sounds like Blade Runner.
まあ要するにガレオンが
It
世
sounds
界
like
征服をしたいってだけです
70s like
簡単に言え
sci-fi
ば
music. And so yeah, Jessica's father, Master Mel, was turned to stone. And
で
now
これでジェ
Jessica's
シカが
sad, and now she's gonna join me.
いるんでジェシカが
And now we get to walk out.
仲間にな
So
ると
you got a donation or two? Go ahead.
で多分
I-
こ
I
こから
got
ま
one
た
here.
ベイに飛ぶ
It's
んで
$30 from OPT Lawyer
その間は
174.
特に新しいことはないんで多分ドネーション読んでもらえるんだよね
Superstar was the first JRPG I ever played, and it was the catalyst for my love for the genre. Good luck with the run, Highspirits. Whee!
Oh, I should have said that. Careful before I did that. Sorry, guys. Rip earphone users. But yeah. Okay, so we got Jessica. Now let's go get a couple more kids. Although Mia's barely a kid in this.
Well, Kyle doesn't look that young in this version either, though.
Yeah, I know, but he also doesn't wear makeup, so.
でまたベイ
Sure,
に
you
も
are
んできました
missing
ね
the best part of Kyle.
If you want to see something hilarious, you're already getting the story. Go to YouTube, Google or YouTube. First time you meet Kyle in Lunar PlayStation version, and you'll understand. Help me! Help me!
でここでナッシュが
Get away from me, you dastardly fiends! I'm gonna hurt you! That's the cutscene, but
この
imagine clown make almost
ハイ
clown
スピリッ
makeup
ツ
and
さ
a
ん
dress
は
on.
うまいねこういうの
Yeah, I know. So what the context by the way, this is Kyle here. Is now Zenobia is going around kidnapping girls. And we want to try to stop her from doing that. We don't know why. He looks like he's 80, you're right. And he's going around kidnapping girls for some
あ
reason. Like
キリ行きましたね
And we want to try to stop her from doing that. And in the PlayStation, get out of the way. The PlayStation version, Kyle dresses up like a girl to try to get kidnapped so he can stop Zenobia. Okay, order. So this is where Nash starts to show that he's the hero. Nash, Kyle, Jess, thank you. The changing characters in this order in this game is not easy at all.
Yeah, there is nothing intuitive about it, because
Yeah. Okay, AI on. AI
そうですね
on.
キリ
Okay.
ここ
Welcome
で
to
す
the
ね
worst dungeon in the game. First, it's going to look very familiar. This is the Nanza barrier. This is where we got to go to get to the next part of the world. And this is a good encounter. There is one enemy in here, and I'm not gonna spoil. I made the mistake of once figuring out what their name was, and I'm not gonna spoil it yet.
やっぱりサタン版とかリメイク版は全然違うんだな。俺どっちかってこっちのあれだイメージがあるからまだ問題ないんだけど。
This is a very long dungeon, so it could either be a short amount of time in here, or you could just lose minutes getting through this. These guys are the best because they're slow, even slower than Nash and Mia, which is saying something. So we're just, here we go. Okay, you guys, this is where the null command comes into play. You're ready to find out what the name of these things are. You ready? They are Count Antulos. Yeah, they're easy pickings. Except for they put you to sleep. Now, when you got the demon wolves here, the great thing about them is they're really fast and they do damage and they go far. Oh, come on, resist, resist, resist. Yes, Mia, Jess. Nice. Yes, you resisted. Now you can, you ran away. It wasn't the way you wanted to run away, but you ran away. But yeah, those are Count Antulos. Working Designs is known for puns and pop culture references.
でまあ普通に進んでいってますね。
Lunar 2 Sega CD, I'm not going to go into the references because there are a lot of them are not appropriate for work.
まあ
but there is a lot of pop culture references.
そういうのはあんまりね言わない。
Working Designs localizations. Also, there's another thing that Working Designs really likes doing, and that is when they brought games over, they decided they were too easy. So almost any Working Design game that you play that is localized was probably between 10 to 25% easier in the Japanese version.
Oh, Borgen, why?
It's more than just that. It's a lot of things, but see, we're getting
意外と出てくるな。
Kyle's running away, which is good because as long as someone has a lot of health, I don't care. Ooh, so far good.
まあキリーがここではスピード速いんでほぼねすぐ動けるのを利用してやっぱり逃げますよね。
The slow people keep getting taken out, and you don't have to wait for everyone to always attack every time because they get taken out, and then your fast people run. So that's the premise behind why you're not gonna see me heal a whole lot, unless it's like, okay, no one has a lot of health left. I might actually die if I don't heal someone.
しょうがないですよね。サタンってこんなに塩化しないんだよね確か。もっとさっくりできるようになってるんだっけ。
So you got a few minutes over there if I.
確かなんかシンボル塩化が見た気がする。
This would be a wonderful time to tell you about the Yeti. RPGLB is proud to once again be partnering up with Yeti to bring you count them, 8 amazing looking t-shirts. Head over to yeti.com /RPG Limit Break. Take a look at the designs, pick up the ones you want, and know that $4 from every t-shirt purchased will be donated to Nami. Remember, Yeti is spelled YETEE, theyeti.com /RPGLB.
This is the worst encounter, by the way, because those slugs don't move.
That Barclay shirt is actually pretty awesome.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if you want to get a shirt, Barkley Shut Up and Jam Gaiden shirt right there. That is like one of the top games ever.
運が悪いと超いるか
Right
ら
up。there with Virtual Hotline, and maybe Lunar as a close third.
なんでみんなバーチャルハイドライドなんだよ、まったく。バーチャルハイドライド期待しすぎだろ。やめろよ。
I mean, we've got time to
be
As
here a
you see,
while.
we're not going anywhere. They finally okay, so they each can cast sleep twice. So after they use their sleep, then they finally can come up there and hit you. But yeah, at least the slugs are in front this time, right?
よく捕まるな。
This is genuine Highspirits luck right here.
Hey, Mia's staying awake so far. Look at that magic resistance go. I'd rather Kyle be the one to run away.
ちなみに今本家何人見てるかっていうと12,500人見てます。本家はね。
So how's that
Here we go.
favorite local sports team?
I don't know.
Well, sports ball is awesome, and the virtual highlight, the 100 1% is at 125 out of 300, so it still needs a bit of help out there. So
I guess there's still a couple days, so I can forgive. I can forgive for
も
now.
うこのイベントも結構大きいイベントですからね。GTQ はやっぱり
we still have we still have quite a bit to
長いゲー
go
ムやら
for
ないん
some
で
of
す
the
よ。
Disgaea incentives.
Oh yeah, get those in first.
Defeat Ball is at 114
なん
out
で
of 500, so quite a bit of help needs to be done there.
そう大体ね
The massive damage
65
demonstration is $5 out of 300. And then, of course, we have the bid war for Name the Pennies. So let's get some of those donations in rolling in. And the bid war for the name in Soul Blazer is still open.
Listen to that music.
やっぱいいな FM
So
音
we're in the
源な
final room of the dungeon,
あ
finally.
じゃあセガ CD は FM 音源じゃないんだ
See, this is fine.
内
Like,
蔵
this
じゃ
is
ねえんだ
kind
そういえ
of
ば
fine because the person that doesn't has more
間違え
than
てた
one health got away. So we got 4 demon voxes, demon wolves that are gonna help us escape.
もうセガ CD はいいです
Or at least
よ
motivate Null enough to help us escape.
ガン押し
Oh, now you want help. Okay, I'll give it. At least these dungeons are gonna get new colors.
そうそう RPG のみなん
that
で
is true.
I mean, though, this is like a different shade of brown.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah. So you'll notice Nash is in front, and that's because he is the true hero of this game. And we need him in front to
ね
give
RT in
courage
Japan は
and and protect
あれですよ
the party members. And yeah.
結構リストリームも人数いますよやっぱり
Yeah.
ただオフラインでこうやってやってるイベントって数が多くないんで
Actually, I hope he's not leading by
どうしても
example. So welcome to the next
どうしても
zone of
ね
the game.
しょうがないんですよね
Eventually, there we go. Good old CDs sometimes take their time. First thing we're gonna do is stop in a Luke here. This is just to get the return point. We'll be back here very soon. And it's kind of along the way, so. The next place we're gonna go to is Riza. We're trying to rescue Luna, but at the same time, we're trying to meet the dragons. So we're trying to find any information we can about where the other 3 dragons are. And that's why we're going to the next town. Pretty cut and dry, huh? Oh, hi Nash, bye Nash.
だからもっとオフラインでその
Oh, all of these
なんだ
eye burns. Ugh.
In the words of another Lunar
例えば
speedrunner, die Nash, die.
Time to die. Lunar 1 PlayStation has a battle saw.
日本の法律上寄付が寄付関係がちょっとどうしようもないんですよね団体作り上げないとできないんで個人献金やっちゃうんで個人献金は基本的には日本では違法になってるのでどうしてもね日本では募金絡みはできないっていうのはありますまあ日本語リストリーム動き出したのは去年のこれなんで去年のこれなんでねはい
So Kyle breaks the chest open, and we are now part of the Thieves Guild. And yeah, so thieves are not
ちなみに去年の今頃私一人でずっとやってましたけど本当今回は楽になりましたねありがたいことですよ本当協力してくれる人がいてありがたいですマジで
Yeah, pretty much.
Also, those red chests I talked about earlier, we now have the ability to open all of the red chests.
自分のね割と非力な PC を7日間ずっとつけっぱなしっていう
Yeah, I know.
これは大変でしたよ
So we bought here 3 cascade rings, which you can use as an item in combat to raise everyone's attack power. We got 3 specific areas that we want to use those. But we also picked up a thing called a rain cloud.
まあそれは過去のことなんでいいんですけど
And for the first time ever, we're gonna meet Lake.
あもう結構来てんな
Hi, Lake. He's a traveler, I heard.
Totally.
Oh, so the big thing is we know about the red dragon now, but we don't know how to get there. So we need to find a way to get there. And thankfully, he tells us about this guy in Iluk, the town of Iluk, where I just was at. well, I was told that there is a there it is, a guy there who can make us a balloon that will allow us to get to where the volcano is. Sounds like
どこま
fun.
で行った今
Good idea.
覚えてねえぞ
I'm all for this.
We need to talk to this guy in order to progress the story.
今日は
Nice picture of Luna, by the way.
どこまでだったかな
That's absolutely
No,
what you
that's
meant.
Luna. I mean, come on, sprites are the same in this game. It's an old game. You think
ディ
they
ス
re-
ガ
they
イ
use
アの
the
途
same picture
中ぐらいまではいますよ
of
でも
Okay.
時間によって
In
は
order
ディ
to
ス
get the
ガ
balloon
イ
to
ア
work, we need a giant root.
で変わる
This
かもしれないですけ
is
ど
a little bit of RNG, and it's also the only time in the game where I'll hopefully only grind a few fights.
大所帯になりましたねほんと
We
ね
need this item to drop from an enemy. Not in this encounter though. But yeah, we need an item drop, and I don't know the exact percentages. I think it's 35 to 40%, but I like to say it'll happen anywhere between 1 and 25 encounters.
ジャパニーズリストリームちゃんはど
That
こ
has happened before. But we also need to kill at least
一応まあ
3 to 4 fights, at least 4 usually, for experience. And we're going to fight these plants here. We're going to attack with a couple and run with a
作っ
punch.
て
We want
くれ
Mia
ま
to
した
stick around to get a little
まあ
experience. These guys don't do anything unless you start
デザインの
to
モ
turn
チーフは
next to
全部
you.
私
So
の
then they hit you really
雑多なアイ
hard.
デアなんで僕は絵が描けない人なんで色をつけた瞬間に壊滅するっていうねあそれかそれリストリームちゃんだっ
What
た
are you
か
calling for? I think 5 to 10 is average for me.
I'm hoping.
これちょっとレベル上げですかねレベル上げですね
I'm gonna say 5.
Thank you for being somewhat generous. I like to say you got at least a 4 encounter buffer to give it to me because I need the experience anyways. 3. Wow, someone's being real nice. We're an hour and a half into the game. Did you see Blackjack?
今砂
It's
漠
already
だ
not
か
going the
ら
right way. Okay, so this is what, 3 now?
っと
Yep.
There is one time where in 5 encounters I got 3 rope, or 3 giant roots, so. Nope, 3. I'm sorry, Meta.
もうあれかな
We.
盗まれたやつは治ったあれ
Also
か取
kind
り
of
戻し
stinks
たの
that
か
you're
な
only getting formations of 3 here.
Yeah, I know. You can get formations of 3 and 4. But if it's not going to drop the root anyways, give me 3 all you want. Just make the fights go faster, please. Okay, I'll probably run with Mia after this. Because I don't know if I got enough
かわいい
experience.
かわいいよねこの逃げてる時の
4! And I need
Oh,
another.
I was super lucky.
I got it in 4, but I need another encounter. So you get out of there. I'll take 4. 4 is a good one.
4 is a very good one.
Like I said, top 4. You be in 4 fights, which I needed 5 because I got no 4 formations. But if you get it within 4, you got a buffer. See, I'm nice. I don't need to first try.
キリが帰るってなるのが面白い
There we
ね
go. We got our levels.
あ上げ終わりましたかね
Wing, 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 wing. Let's make a balloon. And then we get a good 50-second cutscene where we get to fly the balloon.
I still haven't figured out looking
Missile.
at this balloon.
We sit on each other's lap apparently.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got
ああ
50 second
気球
cutscene.
に乗るんだここか
Alright,
分かった分かった
doesn't look like we've got any more donations in the moment, but I can let you know
気球に
very
乗って移
important
動がで
fact.
きるんですけど
1-5 Americans live with a mental health condition, and with May being mental health month,
今
we at RPGLB2018 are
ねハイ
proud
ス
to
ピ
be
リットが
raising money for
何も
NAMI,
触ってない
the
よう
National
に
Alliance of Mental Illness.
舵が取れなくなってますこの気球
So that's a
なんで
volcano, and there's a broken shrine. Oh, so Althea shrines.
なんでどこに
Funny
落
thing,
ち
in
るか
this
わ
game
かん
there's
ねえっていう
several
状
of them. You
況
go
で
there,
す
you
ね
give them money, they heal you. That one, you give them money, they don't take your money. So you can keep giving them, but you only can give them 10 silver, I think it is. So you can, they actually give you this 10 silver back, is what they do. So, well, they don't, yeah. So you can actually get rich off of that if you're really
ちゃんと
patient.
音楽もそれ用に
It's a broken shrine.
この
None
辺
of
か
the
ら
others work like that.
Somebody broke the steering.
Yeah.
Going
Oh,
down.
Jessica's
あー
driving.
って
Oh
ね
yeah, this is
落
great.
ちる
Watch
っつ
this.
っ
You
て
ready?
でリッツァに落ちます
And Null looks so concerned.
いいよねこの
So we flow
目が
around in
目が
the,
全
in
部
the
×で書
balloon.
かれ
We
てる
found
っ
the
ていう
volcano. We also found this place called Damon's Fire. And if you go around talking to people, you find out Damon is this guy who like can see the future.
and we think, hey, that's a good idea. Maybe he could tell us who's going to get kidnapped next.
で、
and we can
リッ
stop
ツァの
Shinobi
村
in her
から
tracks. So we need to. Oops, I did that.
一回出て、
Sometimes I always forget that it's no longer on run. It's the fight after the grind there. But yeah, so we want to get to David Spire, and maybe the volcano too, because it's kind of in that direction. Seems like a good idea. We're trying to visit the dragons, but we don't have a balloon anymore. Thanks, Jessica. Wait, I thought I pushed up. I think input got eaten.
Oh well.
Yeah.
ちなみに
you have to be
まあ
a little
今更
slow with
ですけど、今更思い出したから言うん
Also,
で
one
すけ
thing
ど、
you'll notice is I never talked about
やられ
it,
ても
but
さっ
this
き
game
の
does not buffer
マスコットいる
inputs,
じゃないですか、このマスコット
when
ちゃ
you
ん。
enter a zone.
マスコットちゃんが生き返らせるんで1になるってことですね。忘れてたよ。今思い出した。
I actually have to not touch the D-pad at all until I load into the screen. Otherwise, you won't move. Even if you hold it
やら
all
れ
the
て
whole
も
time, you just
こ
won't
うピュ
move
ーっ
unless
て
you
言っ
let
て
go, and then actually
戦
press
闘
the
離脱
button
になっ
again.
て
But when you're already
ナル
in
が
a
生き
zone,
返らせるっていう。
like after combat there, you could just hold the
忘
button
れ
and
てた
just
わ。
start moving in the direction you want to go after the fight. That's why every time I enter an area, you'll see me pause briefly because I
あ、
have
ミ
to
ロード
wait
の村先来ましたかね。ミロードの村来て、ここイベントですね。
loading screen.
あ
I
の
blame there not being diagonal for that.
仲間がもうばらけちゃうんで、
We enter the town
まあ、それ
area
まず回
here.
収します
We're。looking for someone to give us clues on how to get to those places. Thankfully, this guy in the bar has a
先
great
にバーに
idea.
来てますね。
That's sometimes you gotta go there to get your best
先
idea.
に
Oh,
仲間
Kyle's
に来
already
て
drunk too. He's been drinking
ダモンの
a
塔
little
への
bit
行
too
き方を
much
今聞きました
and
ね。
nearly crashed like 3 seconds ago.
He's 80. He's allowed to drink.
Yeah. We need to go through and pick up our party members. They're all scattered around town.
いろんなとこにいるんで、
And we
まあ
talk
こうやっ
to
て
that
回
guy.
収していき
He
ま
says,
す。
hey,
ね、
there's a turtle somewhere around there that really likes music.
まあ
You
ア
should
レ
go
ックス
play
がドラ
music
ゴン
around
マスター
it.
なん
It
でね。
should take you to Damon Spire because that's how he gets there.
はい、これで全員また揃いました。
So we're gonna go play music for a turtle. Because why not? Who doesn't want to play music for a turtle?
で、
It's a really good idea. music? Everyone loves
Yeah.
music
Yeah.
and turtles.
ここで
It's
Are
just
they?
totally coincidental that your main character has a harp.
さっきの話を聞いたところで
At least the harp sounds better
ダ
than
モ
the
の塔の
ocarina.
行き方を聞いたところで
I know, yeah, Nash is back in front. Because lead on,
場所
hero!
とある場所で、琴を使わないといけないんですよね。で、それを今そこに向かっているっていうところですね。
And we get another
Hi.
cutscene after we play the
この
beautiful.
亀にここで鳴らすんですよ。
Although it's really hard to tell that that's a turtle. But it is a turtle.
Really hard to tell that that's a
こ
harp.
れ亀です。
It's a great piano harp you have on you. Can you give me a C sharp?
で、亀が移動するっていうなんともシュールな。
So I've got $5 from Phil R. Says, love those Lunar games. 3 cheers for Meat Shield Nash. Money goes to Virtual
Here,
Highway.
here.
ボンジョー。
At least I was glad to cheer for Nash.
I'm sorry, I will never be happy to cheer for Nash.
Thank you
We were
for
cheering for him
coming,
to be meat
Japanese
shield,
Restream.
remember?
Oh, that's true.
Okay, so we land right here between this landmass, which is
で、
really
今
convenient, believe it or not. And we're just gonna stop in
ダ
Damon's
モの
Spire
塔
to
行
get
き
the
ま
return
した
point
かね。
and head to the volcano. Now these are not trees you can walk through. See, boink.
So what happens at this point if you accidentally use the dragon wings?
Doesn't matter.
Can you get back here?
You can't until you actually enter somewhere.
Oh.
Dragon wings have a tendency in this game to not work when you don't want them to, or when the game doesn't want you to.
Gotcha.
Convenient when you're with Lake, right?
It is, actually.
Those
ああ、もう
bonefish
やられ
are,
放題してますね。
they get triple attacks, and they waste a lot of time.
多分
Yeah,
こ
there-
こ
there's
が
another runner
サタン版
pops out
と
to
こっ
Holy
ちの
Smith,
違いな気がするな。この
and he was wondering if
あれ
you
フィー
played
ルド
the-
演歌っ
if
て
you
な
use
かっ
the
た
dragon
よね
wings rather,
サタ
are
ン
you
と
just
か
kinda
プレステ
soft
っ
lock
て
'cause the turtle doesn't move
あったっ
back?
け俺記憶ないんだけどちょっとしかや
Turtle's
ってない
like,
から
no, I only played the music once.
あの
You said harp, I was disappointed.
サタン版は
This is the
僕は投げたん
volcano.
で途中
It's,
で
the rain cloud gets us in. It's the only
最
other
初のほんの
dungeon
少しで
in
なん
the
か
game
ち
where
げえ
we
な
have
って
sea
投げたんで
sleepers.
知らないですよ
And this dungeon is very pretty.
演歌しないとかはちょっと覚えてる確か
Like
フィー
a
ルド演
lot
歌
of
な
the
かったはずなんだよね
there's a handful of dungeons in the game where they're actually like this is really a big dungeon. but the quickest way through it is basically to take the first exit on every floor.
でこのダモンの塔なんですけど、ここのマップが結構広いんですよね。
As long as you're not going out of your way to get treasure chests, these dungeons are very short.
Yeah, like if you go out of your way to get chests, you're gonna be in there for.
お、綺麗に逃げれた。いいですね。
They take a long time, basically. Also, different designs.
フィートインカーなしになってた。なんかそうそうそう、なんか偉いねえなって思ったの。そうそう、やっぱそうだよ。
And you get the nice little lava puddles.
I know. We should go play in the puddles. Come on, Kyle. Thank you. Yeah, these guys.
まあとりあえずダモンの塔のこの地下ですね。地下に行ってですね、鍵を取ることが始まるわけですね。
You get near them, then they'll headbutt you. But when you're away, well, you know, it's the Black Knight. Cowards, come back and fight me! I'll bite your ankles. Oh, those are the sleep enemies. Those are what we didn't want to see.
ナッシュは寝ている。
Because the other enemy in this encounter is the enemy that doesn't move. So I am at the mercy of these bugs until they cast all their sleep and decide to attack me.
Nash, please.
ナッシュ早く起きろよ。
There we go.
ああ、終わった。OK。
We're almost done with the dungeon. Now this dungeon does not actually have a boss. Like the forest way at the beginning of the game, it just has a forced random encounter.
まあここはボスがいないんで大変ではないんですけど。
Hey, everyone but Nash again. Come on, Nash, resist, resist, resist. You can do it, Nash. You can do it. We have faith. You're the hero.
ああ、よかった。
This is why he's
寝るとさっきみたいにタイムロスでしかないんで。
We just come here because you gotta get our Dragon Master item, and we're gonna learn that we're too late. The dragon has already been killed by Galleon. Sad face. And his spirit is gonna come and talk to me and says, "You'll be a Dragon Master someday. Never give up. Never surrender on your dream."
面白いですよ、ルナ。お買い得買うべきですよ、これは。
And we get this fancy the shield of the red dragon.
ああ、さっきこっち来るんだ。なるほど。
Thunder Thumper. That's all I want to see right now is Thunder Thumper. And we get a new spell too. It's slightly stronger than
いや、や
the
っぱり
last
ね、
spell that
セガ
I
CD でやってほしいですよ、これ。
It's not until you get to the last two forms of the spells, Dragon Quake and Holy Light, that they actually really ramp up in damage.
Oh man, Holy Light. That spell is.
戦闘システムちょっと違うけどね。まあ似たような感じでは。やっぱロープレイだからしょうがないよ、この頃は。
Alex a mage in this game, but he is ridiculously overpowered.
Yep, but it's a lot of magic to use the late stuff. That's the problem.
そう、石竜の盾を取りました。
We couldn't teleport out of those blue rooms, but once you get out of there, you can teleport out. And back to wow. That
まあ
moment when you totally
石
have
竜の
a
盾
brain
を
fart.
手に入れたん
To
で
Damon's Spire, there we go.
アレックスが確か
Understandable, you could mistake it for
下流の
Marion
方だっ
Forest.
け
I know.
あれが
Usually you gotta go
あ
to
れ
the
が使え
Marion
るようになった
Forest
はずなん
before
です
you
けど
go
ね
to Damon's Spire in some
Exactly.
versions of the game.
Exactly. So it's a totally okay mistake.
I didn't see no Marion Forest here.
で多分
Yeah, this guy lives in a tower all alone, seeing the future. And we want to go talk to him and say, hey, who's going to get kidnapped next? So we can stop that from happening and capture the evil Zenobia. Or
で今ここ何してるかっていうとゼノビアを追っかけてるわけですね。
Evil never thinks they're evil. They just think they're doing the right
ゼノ
thing.
ビア追っ
It's
かけ
just
てるんですけ
an
ど
evil way of doing the right thing.
まあ捕まんねえ
She
な
thinks
と
she's doing the
いう
right
感じ
thing,
ですか
but
ね。
it's just really not a good thing that she thinks she's doing the right thing. That's good, right?
Sure.
Let's go with that.
Welcome to a dungeon.
で
where we
ダ
don't
モンの
just
塔
go
来ま
left
した
and
ね。
right. We need to actually go into the basement here and Rufus and grab the key so we can climb the tower. That is the best enemy in all of Lunar. That his name is Rufus. He's just a giant walking bull. Can't go wrong with that, right?
Of course not.
If I was a giant walking bull, I'd like to be named Rufus too. And there's
まあここは
Beaker.
普通に進んでいくだけと。
Meeker. They're fast, but they don't move at all, so it's a pretty good encounter to get. Now, no more encounters. No more encounters. Come on, no more encounters. Let me get to the stair.
No more encounters って
Yep.
言い過ぎ。
There is a reason why I'm excited for that. Because this is the one time in the game where you get to hear the music loop.
Yeah, there are absolutely no encounters on this upper level here.
Yep. And the loop is kind of awkward. So after we get the key and walk back a ways, although there's a very small chance we can get into an encounter getting the key. Very small. Very, very small.
あ、鍵取りましたね。
So coming up here shortly, you might be able to guess what the loop
この
happens.
鍵
I
を
don't
取
know,
らない
it's
と
really close.
塔の中には入れません。
So, you know, we'll just let you listen to
なんで
this.
ここに嫌でも来なきゃいけない。ね。で来た道を戻って。
Almost there. Man, I might have to wait a second. Come on.
ネタでやるんだそういうこと
I know that was super subtle, so if you didn't pick up on it, we totally understand.
That is amazing.
I have
どういうことかっていうとメガ CD なんで、まあ、音源のループの
Look how far I've gone.
要は
Encounter too. Anyway,
1トラックですよ
I
ね
didn't have to sit there and wait 3 seconds.
1トラック分を使って
Oh, did I go
ここほ
up
ぼ
the stairs and encounter on the
進むことになっちゃうんで
This is the one
ネタにしてたんですけどそれは見事に
their attacks
やってましたね
are really
その
slow
1トラッ
and
ク
they're
分が
pretty
切れるとかで
fast,
わざと
so
みんな止まっ
you
て
almost always get stuck with me and Nash in this encounter.
わざと止まってやってましたよね
But Rufus, we like
狙いすぎだろと思って
In Lunar 2,
イベントでもなんでもなくてただCD ロムの読み直しが発生するっていうところでわざと止まって
And they're actually monkeys that fling mud, but they're giant walking bulls named Rufus. It makes no sense at all. Okay, so this is Damon. He's going to tell me who's going to get kidnapped. And it's the Guildmaster's daughter
ここで
in Riza.
ジェノビアがリッツァに現れるっていう情報をこれで知りますなのでリッツァにも取ってきます
Because we know she's going to get kidnapped.
でリッツァに行ったら
Also, we're going to
ま
get some
あ予言の通り
Here
I
you
am
go.
absolutely ready.
いるんですねジェノビアがね
This is the Zenobia music. We just talked to her and she kidnaps her right in front of us.
で今度は、リラをさらっちゃうんですね
And goodbye, sweet funky
No, bring
Zenobia.
back my tunes.
We failed. We failed. Use our nuts. Wing oops to myriad.
で
So yeah, we.
これで
we
ミ
knew
ロー
she
ドの
would
村
get
に戻
kidnapped.
り
We
ま
did
す
all
ね
that for no reason. And
もう
we
や
just-
ること
and we
全部
just
やっ
sit
た
there
ん
and
で
watch her just, like, slowly, 'cause it wasn't even a
で
fast
そうすると
walk.
まあ
It was
橋
step,
が
step,
全部
step,
治
step,
ってるんですね
turn the
壊れちゃった
corner,
橋が
step, 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 step. Now I'm gonna kidnap you. Wait a second. Teleport. And we're like,
でミロードの村あそこ橋壊れてる
Why did we
こ
not
っち先
see
進め
that
ないっ
coming
ていう
right
のがあったんで
there?
まあしょう
now
がない
you notice a couple features on the right we passed. One,
で
the
ここ
first
から
one is
北
the
に
hot
向かっ
springs. There's two
て
of
で
them.
す
Mineral
ね
and mineral.
なんだっけ町の名前は
And
出
the
て
second
こ
was
ね
a
えな
transmission spring that goes to the frontier, but it's kind of broken.
なんだっけ
But we missed out on Mia's wrist.
It's the wrong game. We come to Linton here now.
あリトンですね
And
そう
we're
そ
gonna
う
talk
リ
to
トン
this
ですね
mage. He's gonna be like, I had a dream about a guy named Alex who's gonna save
で
the world.
この
And
人と
he asks,
話し
"What's your
て
name?" And I go, "Alex." He's like,
私がアレスですって言うと
I'm gonna open the way to the blue dragon
その
for you. Go save the world. And that's all we
清
did in
流
that
の
conversation.
洞窟へ
We now open the
行
way
け
to
る
the
よ
blue
うに
dragon.
まあしてくれるというわけで
Sometimes dreams come true. What can you
まあ
say?
行けるようにしてもらって今から
I didn't really need that heal.
清流の
It's
洞
not
窟
like
に
I
向
took
か
any
うと
encounters, except for there. So you got these flying batfish.
この辺からダメージがっつりくるから
Everything that
ね
flies is a problem.
Yeah. Also, those goblin kings back there, they're not orc king, goblin kings. They are annoying for the sake that they have the thumper spell, which you haven't seen yet. It's something Nash is going to use on the next boss fight. That has the chance to
全然
stun
やっぱり
and,
迷わんよな
enemies.
当たり前か
And since Nash is so slow, they like to get thumpers off a lot, so sometimes you get stuck in an endless fight.
まあナッシュの説明してるんですけどナッシュが非常に
Because Nash doesn't
足が
run
遅いん
away.
でまあほぼ狙われるっていうそんだけ
Sometimes you just need to help him run away. At least this dungeon's unique. I mean,
で
we're
キリ
going,
ーが
we're
ほぼ
going in all directions.
ね、ここもキリーがまあほぼ一発ですぐ抜けれるんで
Like it's
サ
no
クサ
left,
ク
right, left, right.
抜けれますね。
It's no
捕ま
folding
らなけれ
around
ばね。
passages. It's
だからほぼ全滅はない。
And there's what I assume is water on the ground.
oh, blue dragon, water dragon. You know how it works. Splash. Now, we're not going to pick up
で
a
も
whole lot of
白銀の光か、あ、じゃあステーダーだった
Just
か。
like one or two, one piece for everyone.
ホーリーだったから。
Jessica, you know, just to help her out a little bit. So
なん
we're
か
gonna put those.
ホーリーってあるからなんかプラチナ系かと思った。違った。
Dash against the other one. He's still not wearing anything. And,
で
I
こ
think
こで
that,
ボス
this
戦
looks
が
like we
確かあ
have
っ
everything we need to
た
heal.
はずでして、
We're not really gonna
う
heal
ん
Dash the full.
でボスだったはずなんだけどな。
You'll be fine. He's the leader.
Exactly.
Welcome to the boss.
はい、来ました
Brainiac. That is his name. Brainiac.
名前忘
I
れ
love
た
the
よ。
little messages at the beginning of the battle, like, oh no, it's the Brainiac.
Exactly.
ブレイニャック。
And we're gonna go start using some of our new fancy new spells. Since we gained a lot of spells since the last time we fought. What we want here is we want Nash to hit him with Thunder Thumper. Thunder Thumper has a chance to stun him, and we kind of want that because this guy does a lot of damage. We need to stun him at least a couple times. And then I did another spell there with the clouds called De-Protect. It lowers an enemy's defense by a set amount. Good job, man. Keep attacking. And it's a set amount, so you can use it a certain amount of times at each boss before their defense
まあさっ
reaches
き
zero.
デバフをか
In
け
the
て
case
る
of
んで
Brainiac,
ダメージが
it's only-
通りや
you
す
only
くな
need
っ
to cast
て
it
ますね。
twice. Oh, Thumper failed. Bye.
ナッシュさ
Thanks
よ
for
なら。
being useful, Nash. you can't even die at the right time. That's actually that's not terrible because Mia no longer needs to cast De-Protect. So, although I'd rather have her dealing damage, she's also a healer.
Yeah, it's very nice that everybody in this game has some kind of litany spell.
Yeah. They have a litany of healing.
まあやっぱりキリーがメインのアタッカーだよな。
At least he died. I mean,
That's true. I
no
mean,
knockback.
we did want him to die.
Yeah. Yeah, you'll notice sometimes attacks knock you back, other times they don't. In a lot of these boss fights, I want knockback because then it splits damage between party members instead of, Kyle getting hit 3 times.
At least Kyle's beefy and he has a lot of HP.
Yeah.
こいつ意外とタフなんで
And
ね。
Brainiac is just about gone.
割とタフなんでめんどくさい相手ですね。
That attack though, look at his face when he does it. His eyes light up. He's like he's so excited to eat him with his 15 tentacles coming out of his mouth. Ooh, didn't go for Alex. That's fine. He's alive. Should be just about gone. There we go.
ああ完璧ですね。
Psychotron.
Nice.
いいですね。
Psychotron. Best spell name. Best name for a spell ever, right? I bet you can't guess what Psychotron does. I'll hold you in suspense for a minute before I show you or tell you what Psychotron does. But first, we need to get our new blue spell, and oh yeah, we're
で
late.
今
like you said.
今ここに来て清流の魂と会話をすると。
I blame Nash.
De-
Nash, I can. Wow, I can't words.
ここで清流の兜だったかな。そうね、清流の兜。
And the best
ゲ
thing,
ットし
new
ます。
spell, fancy helmet, and story experience. And
で
then,
プラスここで経験値400手に入るんでまたちょびっとレベルが上がります。
Not only does he take our helmet, but he splits too.
yeah.
でなんとここでゼ
Don't
ノ
split
ビ
the
アが
helmet though. I need that later. So yeah, he betrays us and runs with Zenobia.
で、
and
ナッ
steals
シュが
our
裏
dragon
切っ
helmet.
てゼノビアの言葉を聞いて、まあ、兜を持ってっちゃったと。
Why is Psychotron, or what does Psychotron do, I should say? It teleports you out of a dungeon.
まあどっかのゲームでいたよね。俺は正気に戻ったとかいう人がね。 あんな感じですよ。
Yeah, that is absolutely the last thing I would have ever expected playing this game.
If you don't look up what the spells do online, you'll never know. You just never will. There's a spell called Luck Litany. It charms the enemy.
What?
I mean, hey, look, I'm pretty lucky. They're attacking each other. But yeah, so the reason why Nash betrays us is because Nash really likes Mia. And he doesn't think that we can beat Zenobia and the Magic Emperor Galleon. So he decides to join him and steal my helmet so I can't become a Dragon Master. Which in turn means Mia won't come and die to Galleon. You know, solid theory, right?
Totally.
You know, betray the one you love to try to keep her alive. But joke's on him. I'm not that smart. we're coming for you, Galleon.
で、ここから移動してなんだっけ名前。
Okay, so we're in Timur, and here we meet our buddy Lake.
そうタムル
Lake
で
is
す
like,
ね。
hey,
そう
you
そ
know, I know this guy named Might, and he might just have a
う。
way
で、
to
あそこさっ
make
き
a
レイ
balloon
クがい
for
た
us
ん
so
で
we can-
レイクと話しかけると マイトのところに行こうっていうふうに言われるんで、
We knew about in our party an hour ago that
行き
hasn't
ま
been
す。
mentioned most of the game so far.
で
She might be important.
この間のパーティーは
Only a little bit.
アレスとレイクだけになるん
Might
で、
is, as he calls himself, the stinky genius inventor. And he lives in a puzzle tower that's comprised of 2 rooms
まあ2
that
人なんで
just
ちょっと
alternate
ね、さっ
back
きより
and
大変
forth
ですね
for。several times. And we need to go to him alone because he's afraid of people or he doesn't like people. So we leave everyone behind and just take Lake with us. The big thing about this dungeon is going the right. Oh wait, is going the right way. But
ね、今この
you'll
マイ
notice
トの
there's
塔
some
を
tubes
登
that
ってく
actually
と
go down.
こだったかな。
Don't want to go down those. This is kind of like there's a lot of traps in this area where you have to kind of figure out your way through the tubes. If you go down the wrong tube, you go back to the first floor. You start over. So you gotta be careful. Like you go down that one, you go back to start. No collecting 2 gold. You might collect 200 gold though if you kill enough enemies, but you won't just get it for free. And yeah, so this is just alternating dungeon. You got a minute over there if you're good.
Perfect. So I have an
割と順調だな。
donation from Follow Kinix. Says, I can't wait to see even more of the marathon. This is still a marathon that means a lot to me as someone with some personal issues and as a massive fan of RPGs. I have to donate to RPGLB, and I'm sure I'll donate again when I can think of a particular incentive.
ここ結構入り組んでるんで大変なんですよね。
Greetings, RPG Limit Break. This is one of my favorite annual gaming events and benefits one of my favorite causes. Really loving this Lunar run, as I've only ever played this Lunar 2 PS1 remaster. Donation goes to
とこなん
naming
で
small
ちゃんと進まないといけないとこですね。
whatever.
Story's got a big edge.
$20 from Is the Band Ready? Glad to donate to help name the rival after my nephew with
こう長いんだよな。マップが3マップぐらいあった気がするんだ
Finally,
けど。
$10 from Bregan. Good
2
morning,
つ
all
だっ
my
け3つだっ
lovelies.
け
Thank you for running this event. Mental health is extremely important. Shout out to all the runners and organizers. I hope to be able
め
to
んど
help
くさい
out
もん
at
ね。
the
行
event
き
next
来するから。
Cheers.
This is an amazing event. I've been here
あ、
every
出
year
ました
except
ね。
once. Pretty much when I couldn't afford to come.
で、ここで、
And this is,
マイトのところに
And
行
you'll
っ
notice there's
て
3 helpers around there. One of them has a
話しかけ
triangle
て
hat,
まあ
one
飛
has
行
a
船を
top
作っ
hat,
てくれとお
and the
願
other
い
one
し
has
て
Mickey Mouse ears.
なんかグニグニ言いながらいいよっつって
He went to Disneyland.
まあ話をつけるんですけど
But we talked to Mike. Ooh, wait. You know what I forgot to do?
あれ今上行った
I forgot to talk to him 2 more times. So you gotta talk to him until he says he needs time. Because he says, sure, I'll build you a balloon to get to the frontier. But I need time, and I didn't. Wait, and if I would have fell down this tube. Back to the dungeon again. I stopped myself this close for going down the tube. That was close.
I know, I was ready to count that mistake.
でま
You didn't even know.
あこれで戻りますと
Sure, I did.
I could have went through the dungeon again. You would have said, yeah, he had to go through the. No, I'm kidding. She does speedrun the game. If Holy Smith is here, you'd have pretty much every speedrunner of this game.
Yep. Yeah, there is supposedly some
まあ普通に行く
business
と
working
さらに
on,
屋上に行くことが多いん
the
ですけど、
RNG seeds that Highspirits
行か
mentioned
ないですね。
earlier too, so
イベントがあるんですけ
that
ど
could
ぶっ
be
飛ばしてます
interesting
ね。
down the line.
イベントをす
I don't
っ飛ばして
This is Tempest and Fresca. They are from the tribesmen from the POW area, and this is going to be the most epic fight ever. Are you ready for the thrills and the chills of Tempest versus Alex? Just to prove our manhood, I don't know. Look at those. Look at it. I bet you. Oh, I think.
ま
I
あこ
won.
うちょっとしたイベン
It
ト
ended
が
kind of
ね
abruptly.
あって
So we prove ourselves as a man, I guess.
リン
And
ク
he
が
tells
出
us,
て
hey,
きた
my village of Pao has a curse on it. All of the women keep falling asleep, and we can't stop the curse. And they asked me to come and deal with the curse.
で
So
ま
we
あ
do.
仲間にし直して
Sad face.
でナッシュが帰ってきますね。
Nash is back. He decided betraying me, and then he decided to betray Galleon. And he brings back my dragon helmet and says, I really want to be with you. I made a
で
mistake.
ここでですね
all sad and everything.
Well, he did get beat up,
ナッ
though,
シュ
so
をちゃん
that's
と
probably
信じる
why.
っていう返答をしないとセイリのカブタが帰ってこないです。
Oops, I need here.
はい。
And you're really gonna let him get beat up more now.
Exactly. You think you'd be happy at Galleon's side, you know? Maybe Galleon just doesn't put him in the front of the party enough times, and he wanted to come back here. I don't know. But yeah, so we're gonna go to Pao. Now this big giant hole, you see that giant hole in the earth? There is a story behind it, and I'm gonna tell you.
で
The four
草原
dragons,
の中
they're
にあ
all
る洞窟
commanded
今
by-
入り
they were
ま
all
した
commanded by
ね。
Dragon Master dying 15 years ago. Well, the Black Dragon kind of went on a rampage and decided to scratch the earth, as you can see. And Dyne ended up having to kill the dragon to stop him from destroying everything. And in the process, it cost Dyne all of his Dragon Master powers and killed him.
でなん
So
だっけ
that's
パ
the
オだっ
main
け
reason why Galleon is so cranky. I say cranky is a good word. Is because he blames the dragons for killing
でここ
Dyne,
で
and now he wants to destroy the world.
ミ
and
ア
make
が
everything.
倒れちゃうんですね。それなんでジェシカがちょっとまあ看病するからっつっ
That was
て
the curse.
2
Putting
人
all
抜
the
け
women
ま
to sleep.
す。
So we got none of our female party members.
でここの原因がどうやらモンスターらしいということなんで
What we need to do is we need to go into this cave over here, to Crimsol's cave, and get the item required to stop the
何の
curse.
洞窟だっけ
Otherwise,
こ
all
こ
of the women will keep passing out.
And unfortunately,
こ
we
こ
are
も
back
広い
to
んだよ
foamy
マ
walls.
ップが。
But a
あ
new cream color, though.
あもうねここもバカみたいにマップが広いからね困
There's
るん
also
です
some
よ。
really good weapons in here.
ふ
One
ざ
that
け
we'll
んなって言
actually
いたく
use
ない
for
こ
a
れ。
while.
広すぎるっつって。
The Pixie Bow. The Pixie Bow is actually a really powerful bow for Dash.
あ妖精の弓取ったんだ。
Thankfully, we
ま
don't
あ
want
確
to
かに
die
強
in
いから
every
な。
boss encounter. Now we just wanted to die in maybe one more boss encounter. Because the Pixie Bow does a lot of damage. Because it's a pretty strong
あ
weapon.
のこのゲームね
And it's ranged,
戦
so
闘システムが
Dash
戦闘
dies
システムなだけに
Yeah.
遠距離攻撃できるのは本当強いんでまあ
So, we're gonna pick
弓
up
は取るでしょう
another
ね
weapon. This is the
あ
Pixie
ムチョ
Whip.
も取った
The only person who used the Pixie Whip is the Temp character that we're about to pick up here. Tempest, you know, Tempest. Tempest,
なる
I
ほ
would
ど
say this is the only version of Lunar where Tempest is actually useful.
I agree with that. It's also the only version he doesn't use a bow and arrow.
Yep, we gave that to Nash instead. Because Nash can't use whips. Actually, he can use whips. But then
Ah,
who would
来ま
use
した
the
ね
bow? I know. Yeah, Tempest gets 3 attacks, and they're ranged attacks. And he's really fast. If you didn't notice, he was already out of this fight. He runs away first almost every time. Not every time, but almost. And that means you don't have to worry about healing out of combat. 'Cause you notice how all of these enemies are going before my party? Alex is the only one who has any health left right now, and he's going to lose a bunch right here. You know,
さっ
having
き
my
のは
character
ど
with
っ
a
ちだ
lot
っ
of
け
health, oh, got away. That
ピリア
always
だっけ
runs away means I don't have
Ne.
to waste time healing going through these dungeons. Or this dungeon, at least.
Yeah, but from this point on, it's usually not too bad in terms of having to do that in an emergency.
Yep. But yeah, healing's so slow.
It is.
ここめんどくさいんだよね。微妙になんかジグザグしてくからね。
Okay, so this fight can be annoying, but it's also like the best fight you can get in here. And there's a reason why. The Scream Sphere is slow, but he is not always slower than Nash. And the Scream Sphere is one of the enemies in the game that does Thunder Thumper.
もうナッシュは大体足が遅すぎるせいで大体やられるね。やっぱり。
It kills off Nash, and then everyone runs away, so no one gets Thumper. So it's a great fight because you get rid of Nash and you don't have to worry about him getting frozen. Because like this, watch, gone, and now everyone runs. Don't have to worry about Thumper. He does his job good at least.
He does.
Although he did fail. The one thing at time I really needed him to do his job, he failed the Thumper and ended up dying in the first turn.
Now, unfortunately, we are gonna come up on still some more not so fun boss fights.
Yeah, now we're at the point of the game now where flee doesn't matter. So if I die to a boss fight, it's because I got a really bad turn order, or just mostly it's a really bad turn order, or it's just because the bosses actually legitimately can kill you.
結構本家の方ちまちまメッセージ削除されましたって出てくるな。
And it is insanely out of the way.
No, it's
no,
not.
That's the armor.
That one's the good one. You just have to take a couple of steps. Yeah, the insane armor.
Yeah, it's the armor.
That's out of the way. So we're gonna heal up here.
回復してますね。
I put the dragon helmet on already. Why would I do that? Okay, whip,
で、
you get
装備をちょっとチェンジしてますね。で、ボスです。名前忘れた。
Yeah, just because the checkpoints can sometimes be super
永
far
久
away.
バンされた。
I fat fingered a command.
まあしょうがないですね。
I think I did. Yeah. No, I didn't. Okay, I'm good. Although it's not necessarily everything I wanted to do, because I really wanted to use magic there. Oh well.
It's fine.
Okay, never mind. I was like, I don't have enough magic to do what I want, but I'll just pass. Actually, I wanted to use the cascade.
まあ英語は英語でやれっていうあれなんでね。
Save my magic for healing.
日本語は日本語でやれと。リストリームあるんだからそっち行けっていう話ですよ。単純にね。
I would do a lot more if I did the cascade ring to raise my attack power, but he attacks 4 times. This is the Incan god. That's all he does. He attacks 4 times. He doesn't move very far, so at the beginning of the fight, he just doesn't even do damage to you.
This boss is so random.
And he died to 10 damage, so that was nice. We got a few levels.
テンペストになってる。
And killing him.
ピリアじゃないんだ。
I'm missing something.
It's on Kyle.
Did I equip it by accident?
Yeah, because the helmet's sitting there.
Oh my goodness. Protected by the power of wind. I'm like, wait a second, I bought 3 of these. Well, the helmet doesn't reduce much damage.
エモートでね。それも手段です
More
よ。
than the wind essence does.
で、この村に戻ってきてですね。
You could have warned me earlier.
I thought it would be more fun to check out how the boss fight would go.
In the case of the helmet, it doesn't change anything.
Exactly.
It's the confusion after the boss fight that was an issue.
で、その女神の封印ですね。さっき、ミコに渡して、
So we lift the curse,
で、
we
ジェシ
save
カ
all
と
the girls.
ミアが回復するんで、パーティーにも戻すと。前に戻ってくると。
I'm gonna help you get to the
で、そうす
frontier
ると
since、
村長が外出てって、
she's gonna give me some special water.
で、この蜃気楼の水っていうのが手に
And
入
that
りま
water
す
I'm。gonna take to a broken transmission spring, which will allow me to basically go to the frontier. Nice and easy.
ね。
The frontier is pretty big.
It is definitely massive.
With some long dungeons. And it's a family reunion.
Oh.
I guess we'll get to that one in a couple minutes, huh?
I mean, unless you'd like one of
So
us to
takeんだ。
actually say what happened around there.
Sure, you know. When we get into the mine, do some story time.
Sure.
まあ戦闘は当然逃げるもんで。
And then you can see how bad
で、ここから転送の湖に向かってますね、今ね。
Okay, those guys thumper, so please
ナッシュタイト。
first, ma'am.
で、今転送の水に来たんで、新規度の水をここで使います。
That little bottle of water that I got.
で、そうすると、この魔法陣、転送の魔法陣が使えるようになって、そしたら、洞窟、
From Pau all the way to the transmission
名前
screen.
が
We
出
just
てこない
filled
けど
up the
洞
pool.
窟に飛びます。ね。
So this is one of the longest dungeons in the game. But
で、こ
it is
こもね、マップが広いんですよね。
So, you know, you got some time over there if you want to kill.
Perfect.
うん。
We've got $30 from Ridlade85. Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Glad to donate for such a great cause. Keep doing the good work, and like we say in France, and I'm going to apologize ahead of this for this pronunciation, but gardez la pêche. And $10 from Docklight1. High Spirits gives me high spirits.
It's better than low spirits.
better than low spirits.
No one likes low spirits.
ロースピリットよりいいだろうとか。なんでその
And
ジョ
just
ー
as a
ク。
reminder, this is RPG Lemon Break 2018, and we are here raising money for NAMI, the National Alliance on Mental Illness, which was formed in 1979 as a grassroots advocacy organization by a group of parents whose children suffered with serious mental illnesses, and NAMI have maintained that focus to this day.
Lots of lefts. Sorry, I lied. It wasn't a left-right dungeon. It was a left dungeon. Mia got thumpered, but she resisted. Good job, Mia.
まあ相変わらずね、逃げまくると。
Back to the brown, ugly brown dungeon.
Unfortunately, at least for now.
Yeah. Pretty soon we get some really cool pink and on black.
And while we anticipate that lovely color combo, just another reminder is that the next game is Soul Blazer, and there's open bid war for naming the character in that. And there are a few incentives that still need to be met for Disgaea 5 coming up after that. Defeat Ball with the speedrun setup, which is at 114 out of 500, so we need quite a bit to come in for that. And massive damage demonstration, which is only $5 out of 300. So let's get some money in so we can see some pretty awesome demonstrations.
これなんだっけ名前。まあ洞窟は洞窟なんだけど。
Sparkles.
I know. It's very, it's brilliant. So we're in the frontier now. You notice we passed a town there called Caden. There's nothing exciting there. So we went right for this cave. This is actually the Black Dragon Cave. The last dragon. I mean, we failed to save all the other ones, but we already know the Black Dragon's dead because Dyne killed him 15 years ago. I mean, surprise! Or not a surprise!
今喋ってるのは次の内容言ってますね。
I always count that one wrong. And yeah, but there's one problem though. We can't really get to the end of the cave because this cave is kind of split into two. What we're gonna do is we're just going to do the first half until we find out that it's split in two, and then we're gonna get the we're gonna meet an old man just waiting at the end of the tunnel, and he's gonna give us a hero crest that'll allow us to take it to someone who will allow us to go into the other half of the cave where we actually want to be. For now, we're just going to get poked a little bit by these guys over and over again. They show up in packs of 8. They don't move far. They don't do a lot of damage. They poison, but they can surround your party, which is kind of annoying.
Dragon Caves do have some very good music, though.
Yeah. I think they steal some of it from Lunar Dragon Song.
That's pretty impressive.
I know.
Why? Why would you mention that?
Because I can't go one stream without mentioning Lunar Dragon Song.
Why?
And for those at home who are interested in Lunar Dragon Song, I heard it was supposed to be the next great DS RPG, the one that was supposed to, at the time, save the JR series on the DS. And then instead, it destroyed Lunar. Story experience, and we got Dine's a sword. Did I get everything else on everyone? Oops. Thank you.
Yeah, it's such a massive upgrade because we basically haven't gotten Alex anything since that puny little axe.
Yeah, remember that axe I bought at 27 minutes into the run? Upgrade! Oh, wow.
さて
Someone run. Run. Uh-oh. Someone run. Thank
Okay,
you.
Jeez, that was close.
I know. Let's heal a little bit. What do you say? We got a little ways to go before I get to anywhere else. Bill, Lightning, Kyle. I haven't gotten any better healing spells yet.
I've got $10 from Anonymous. Just says, great work, guys, and a great cause. Keep it up.
So that's one of those MP restore points. You've seen me go like past 3 of them.
とりあえずもう洞窟抜けたんで、
There's
今
not
か
many
ら
of them, but they're there.
村に向か
So
っ
what we
てる
do
はず
is we get through the cave, and the guy, old man, alone at the end of the cave says, you need to go to this town named Mark and show this crest, and he'll show you where the real Black Dragon cave is.
名前なんだっけ
Well, in order to get there, which is on the other side of the frontier, we have to go through this town. This town is a mining town for Galleon and his crazy contraptions, and I guess we can do some story time now.
So at the well, I guess about an hour ago at this point, if you actually re-enter Berg, you basically see that the town is completely empty.
ガディンとか
Not
そん
even
なそんな名前だっけ
They literally took everything.
そんな名前だったような気がしますけど
But what actually has happened is the entire village has been kidnapped and brought here to work in the mines, including Alex's parents. So when Highspirit says, hey, we're going to have a family reunion, he literally means we're going to have a family reunion.
And I'm going to be a good son. Well, we're at the point of the game where you're almost never going to run first from any enemy. In this dungeon, the encounter we want to see is 2 tanks. Not 1, not 0, 2. Tanks are slow, and they allow me to run away. But there's a lot of formations with 1 tank and other enemies. Other enemies are not slow.
じゃあ名前同じっすよそれそうだそうガディン
Now,
が
also
ね
interesting is if
ただ
you actually
魔
scour
族
a
の
bunch
村
of
っ
the
ていう
treasure
名前
chests
じゃ
in
なか
this
った気が
area,
した
you find out there are things like
なんか
rations
辺境の村なの
and
なんかそんな
meals,
感じ
and
の
I
名
don't
前だ
think
った
you can even
気がするんだけど
Dirty rags, too.
dirty
Kimi
rags.
da na.
Yes, I forgot
Hayaka
about the
da.
dirty rags.
See, 1 tank.
But basically, every treasure chest in this area is completely useless.
もうこの辺は敵が強いからね普通に行けばまだあれだけど
guys a sword, you know?
Right, but
All you
why
have to do
スピ
is
ン
go
ガン
in
だったら
that
結構
Treasure
一
chest.
発やばい
into
から
that chest and you can break
もう
free
ひたす
because
ら
there's a
逃げ
key in
分
there.
なんですよねまあキリが
Like
確
now
実に
your
逃げれ
life
る
is
か
so
ら大
horrible
丈夫っ
that
ち
you
ゃ
have to
大丈
feel
夫だ
better
やっぱ
about
り
yourself by putting
こ
food
こ
in a
もキ
treasure
リ早い
chest.
からな
Well, you gotta put your food somewhere so it doesn't get dirty while you're working. You know, mining is hard work.
They aren't treasure chests anymore. They're lunch
お腹空いて
boxes.
きたどうしようあと何時間ぐら
I
い
mean, come on, it's like every other JRPG. We're gonna put the key to it to help the prisoners escape just 2 floors away.
予定ではあと1時
Oh yeah,
間
by the way, ready
ちょ
for
っと
family reunion? Hi mom, hi dad. Bye mom, bye dad.
Hi guys.
They just got rags behind them. Probably their clothes. Probably their laundry bin. I'm such a good son. Blame Nash, he's the one in front. He's the leader. He's the one that told me not to do it.
So I just want to take a second and plug a little bit of Nami's work if we got time.
You got about a minute at most.
Alright, so one of their focuses is on awareness. NAMI participates in nationwide awareness opportunities like Mental Health Month, Suicide Prevention Month, and Mental Illness Awareness Week. NAMI has partnerships with a wide range of companies and organizations, for example, Fox Sports and Google, that NAMI uses to get their name and mission in front of new audiences.
Okay, lots of healing. Little. So we're coming up on a double boss fight.
And this is the place
ここは
where we
2000あるはず。
really want Ash's Thunder Thumper to work.
On the second fight.
Yes.
First fight,
Yeah. But on the
あ、
second
2000あるっ
fight,
て言ったね。
definitely we want it to work.
Okay, let's make sure you're at full health. You are. Order. This time, though, unfortunately, we can't let him be the hero this time. So this actually can be a little dangerous. The first fight is mostly scripted, except for the fact that I want a Dragon Bolt before all of the 3 enemies go. So we're... Oh, wait. Dragon Tier before the 3 enemies go. The big guy, he's always going to go first.
確か
But the other ones, we don't want the little ones adding more
こ
damage.
こで
Well, so much for that.
ここでなんだっけ、なんかどっかにじいさんがおったよね。この奥にじいさんがおんだっけな。
That's fine. So welcome to Alex's as he slowly starts to get overpowered spells, but they're not overpowered yet. We haven't got to.
今まあタロン鉱山っていうところにいるんですけど、
Yeah, they're very creative too. They all have dragon in the name of it.
The animation for that one is particularly wonderful as the dragon goes
先にタロ
cascading
ン
across
鉱
the screen
山
and you just
に
get
行
the little
って
teeny
何
tiny
するんだろう。
Yeah. So this fight, there is a reason why it's a little scary, and that's because I'm actually not going to kill this guy this turn. I'm going to kill him next turn, which means he's going to get an attack off of
ああ、
Alex.
先にあれか。
And this
両
is
親の
two
とこ行
boss
くの
fights
か。
in a row. So we're going to go into the next boss fight with
ね
Alex not at
先にじゃねえ
full
か。
health or
これ
even
順調にいいん
close
か。
to it. Also
ダメだ、覚えてね
Just a few. We need a little luck. We want Kyle to go first. That's all
で
we
もう
want.
一回
Kyle, just
戦い
go
ま
first.
す。
Or
これが
just
本
make sure,
戦
you
で
know,
すね。
Alex goes also, and both of you go, you know. We want sidestep.
これが本戦。
Oh, I changed up my... Oops, I changed up my party order, so... So it kind of messed things up. Okay, as long as Kyle's up there, I'm happy.
Yeah, sidestep is actually going to allow him to dodge a little bit.
A little bit. It helps on occasion. I probably should have did Thumper. It's actually kind of dangerous that I didn't do Thumper there. Oops. I always get a heart attack when I hear the music stop. So hopefully he doesn't kill Kyle here. Or
まあ
at
基
least
本は
knocks him out of
キ
the
リ
way
ー
and
が
splits the
殴っ
damage.
て、アレックスが竜魔法を使って、
Come on, heal.
あとは殴るか。
Okay, that
あるいは殴る
Because
か。
this guy only moves in straight lines. So once he moved Alex out of the way, he was only going to go after Kyle.
And hopefully Thumper works
ね
here.
この
Yeah.
そうね、見た目がね。で、この戦車って見ての通り、まっすぐ前にしか進まないんですよ。要するにどういうことかっていうと、敵が、味方のライン一つ合わせると、そこの前後にしか行かないんで、前後っていうかまあ、この画面で奥と手前には動かないんですよ。だからまあ誰かを盾にしてずっと殴ればいいっていう、そういう戦法ですこれ。あ、倒しましたね。
All those levels.
And all those spells we're never gonna see.
I'm gaining like 3 to 4 levels every boss encounter. I mean, I'm just so far under level. Coming up soon is the heart attack part of the run for me.
Oh, still not the worst.
The reason why we caused Vuligin so many headaches this morning. Love you, Vuligin, if you're over there. Nope, he's not. Okay, so we're gonna have to explain something coming up here. This game is prone to soft locks. From my knowledge, it's not completely tested, including
では抜けて、
it's something that kind of came up recently.
マルクの村かこれ。
The Sega CD, there's 2 models of the Sega CD. The one that's more common because it's still around often is the Model 2. and it seems
今
to have a
メガ
problem
CD2 の
reading
話をしてる
certain
か
audio files. And Lunar has one song in it that's that audio file, and it's the big bad boss music that you hear only a couple times in the run. And, well, the Black Dragon cave are in, and guess who's the first one in the game who gets that lovely music? And so, but what happens is the game just fails to loop the music in combat, and it stalls everything out. It can no longer load anything else. And even, like, the fight will continue. Like, you can continue the fight. You can even kill the boss. But you won't win because it can't load anything else.
Yeah, you'll never get out of the battle screen.
Yeah, so I did some testing. I finally got, thanks to Shentalk, or a shout out. You might see him do some Magic Knight Ray Earth sometime in the near future. And he brought his Model 1, which is the first time I ever got to test it on it. And it's so far so good.
We're gonna hope it stays that way.
No, I have no wood here. I'd be knocking on it right now. But Black Dragon and the final boss fight are the two soft lock points.
まあ次
As long as we don't soft lock
もう言っちゃってますけど、ブラックドラゴンっていうのは
I sleep good
ね、黒竜ですけど
I'm happy. I think the one
ここ
big
から
worry
黒竜
I've
の
had
祠に行くん
the
ですけど
last
ね
2 weeks is
今それ向かって
trying
る
to prevent this
洞
soft
窟なん
lock
ですけ
from
ど
happening, and this is the best we've got so far, so good programming. There's actually a third soft lock point that has nothing to do with the model, but that was earlier in the game when we were farming the giant root. But that's a rare occurrence, and it just happens because the game.
Look, there's the old man.
Yeah, there's the old man. See, we're on the other side now.
いいね、一切迷わないっつうな
This room has the one treasure chest that we will go out of our way to get in the entire game. It is the best armor for Kyle. And yeah, this usually you're supposed to go down there and it takes you to the exit, but we want to go all
あ
the way
れ
to the other
強戦士の鎧がなんか取った今そのキリがどうのこうのしたけど
It's really a shame that there's no way to avoid this.
取ってねえだ
I
ろ
mean,
う
you
な
could, but it just makes the
取る理由ねえ
much
し
harder.
Yeah.
Like especially Black Dragon. Not only do you have to worry about soft locks, he's also the handily the hardest boss fight in the game.
Yes, easily.
Well, we got a minute here if you're lonely over there, Gamora.
All right, I'm excited because this is a pretty good one. It's from Big Fong Balls. He sends us $20 and
Who?
says,
Who?
Big Fong Balls.
Never heard of
Never
him.
heard.
Yeah, I know, a stranger. But he seems pretty excited. He says, check these heroes on the couch.
まあ
Shoutouts
こ
to
こ
Moon
も
Brethren.
結構道が長いん
Moon
で
Bros. He's
めん
one
ど
of
くさい
my
ですね
Twitch family, basically, the Moon Bros. You just saw someone earlier, Jenya is one of them, and someone you'll see soon, Magus is another one. There's going to be 5 of us Moon Bros here this year. Once Big finally gets off his butt and gets here. I guess I'll shout out the Rip Runners too, you know, like Ryu Quetzalcoatl, Yagamoth, background guy, those guys. We do so much bad things to them, but we still love them.
まあやっぱりナッシュはやられる
So I don't have to worry about them hearing this. Shh. This is between us.
Well, Yagamoth's run later on is fairly late, so I imagine he's going to want to get as much sleep as he can.
You notice how Kyle is not taking a single point of damage? No, I picked up a chest earlier. It was an Herb of Althena. I picked it up for the sole purpose of
あ
healing it
さっきからチェスト
after I
チェ
get
ス
to
ト
the
って
Black
結構言
Dragon.
ってますけど
Because
チェストって
we
宝
take a
箱
lot
って
of
意味です
damage
から
and healing is slow, and I finally get a free herb just laying
ま
around
あ
that I
知ら
can
なかっ
use
た
to
人は
heal myself instead of
ごま塩程度に
slowly
覚えておいて
casting
ください
5, 6 litanies.
Yeah, the Herb of Althena is super nice. It just restores your entire party's health all at once.
And it works in and out of combat.
It does.
Oh, so we're
ボッ
coming
ク
up
スじゃないですよ
on
チェスト
the big guy. For the big guy here, I am going to actually remove my AI because I don't want my party running in and dying extremely fast. Insane armor. You still have an herb on you. That's kind of useful. Oh wait, yeah. Saint clothes. Use this. I think we're good. Audio glitch. It's kind of a cool cutscene. Kind of
It
a cool
is.
looking boss.
It is.
And then there's the cutscene after it is great.
is fantastic.
Yeah. So yeah,
お、イベント来
how
ま
will
す
we
か
know。this soft locks? I'll find
って
out
こと
very
は
fast. Not right away, but I'll know right away when it soft locks.
ああ、もうここ来たか。早いな。
No soft locks, no soft.
まあ
If
ドラ
there's
ゴン
gonna
ゾ
be a
ンビ
soft
ですね。
soft lock, it happens
名
on
前
this
忘れたよ。
boss,
ドラゴン
not
ゾン
the
ビいいと
last
思うんだけど。
boss. But he is legitimately a hard fight. He can do, the problem with him is his double attacks. They hit so hard. I don't want him to double attack is what I don't want to see.
Yeah, which is another reason we don't want anybody rushing headlong into battle here.
これ強いんだよな。こいつもな。めんどくせえぐらい。
And I'm doing sidestep because every dodge is extremely useful.
Yeah,
He has
Kyle,
a lot of health and he hurts.
yeah, Kyle has a pretty good chance of dodging here, though.
Now, double attacks are fine as long as he alternates who he's attacking. Like, if he goes first, Kyle goes first here and runs in there and takes, and Jessica heals first, and literally the worst turn order I can get. Okay. Soft lock 1 prevented. Okay, that's a single attack. And he missed.
As I said, Kyle has a pretty good chance to dodge here.
So we got past soft lock potential number 1. No, we need Alex to get in there. Nope, double attack on Kyle. Because Alex is.
うわー。きついね。
No, this is a problem because if I don't heal first, Kyle's gonna die.
ヒロイン出番ないですよ。あると思うな。
Not that it's absolutely the end of the run, but it's annoying and it does slow down the fight, of course.
Come on, heal. Go heal. No, didn't heal. Oh,
Wow.
That low
4
damage
HP.
roll. Wow. That was such a low damage roll.
Man, you and this luck today?
運がちょっと悪いですね。乱数ちょっと低いですね。
Well, my luck is not very well because he's doing double attacks every turn.
He is, but at least he's splitting the damage.
That's what we want. So I'm not. I have an herb of
ほら今
Athena
カイル
to use.
が
I really
弓
don't
で
want
撃
to
ってる
use
んですけ
this
ど
fight unless
弓の方
it's
が
an
有効であるって
emergency.
いう確固たる証拠になってますね。
And we haven't got to emergency yet. Single, nice. Yeah, the thing about this boss is he always knocks back when he hits. That's the good thing about him.
Yeah.
Now some bad news. Kyle is gonna die to a one-hit. Although the dragon he's almost dead, so. Ooh, maybe Alex will take a double. I wish you would have. Okay.
Hey,
Wow,
we're
there you
done
go.
anyway.
Yeah. See, that was a lot of close. Whews. Okay, we got cutscene here.
Very impressive, Alex. You just killed the only remaining means of becoming a dragon. You're making this way too easy. Now the goddess is complete.
でこれガレオンの声ですね。
Mine to control. The world is my oyster.
Again, laughing maniacally, running away. That's so amazing. Just laughing maniacally while running away.
that absolutely makes the best cutscenes.
Also, he has this thing about using oysters or clamshells in every Lunar game. And something about sending in clowns. He likes clowns.
That's one of the best lines. Send in the clowns.
No, a galleon. Yes, galleon. He says that at the PlayStation. He's like, sorry, it's no.
Galleon, no. Magic Emperor Galleon, yes.
Yes.
So we get the OP armor and Dragon Quake, which is the first OP spell in the game.
Yeah, so Alex with that armor is like
結構
one
アタッ
damage.
カー大事ですよ。特にキリがメインのアタッカーになるんで。
You can now stay
で
alive a little bit more in the back row.
ナッシュがまあナッシュが
You stay alive a lot more, I said. Okay, put my dragon armor on.
まあ
AI
妖精の弓でやるみたい
Look at
な
all these
感
spells
じで
I've
すか
gotten
ね。
since I last cast the Psychotron. Outside of, these two. Spells just, once you get to like the 20s, the spells just keep coming. And they're just slightly better than the one previous.
I mean, Nash literally has those thunder attacks. It's like 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, his are numbered, okay? He doesn't even get new names. He just gets them numbered.
そうこのゲーム死んだら復帰できないんで、これが本当きついんですよね。後半になってくると。で今長老に竜の証を渡した後だよなこれな。で、女の子がいるっていう話だ。そうそう。
Where he's building that big contraption my parents are currently mining for.
で、なんだっけ、門のなんかの門の鍵だっけ。なんだっけ。名前忘れちゃったよ。なんか鍵をもらうんだよ鍵。
It was in the treasure chest.
I found it in the trash one day, you know? Someone apparently didn't need it because they didn't want to get in there anymore, so they threw it away and we went and grabbed it out. And you'll notice Alex is now taking 1 damage. OP armor. There's for the next little chunk of the game, he doesn't take a lot of damage from most enemies. Now, we talked earlier about why the Vile tribe hates the goddess Althena because they think she forsaken them to this land.
ああ、そんな感じですね。そうそう、ロープレなんだけど、ファイアーエンブレムです。まあ、一回戦闘終われば戻ってきますけど。そこはまあ、ファイアーエンブレムとは違うとこですけどね。
Dang, that is such an I had such the good timing for this. And this encounter comes up 1 step before I enter. Like, I had that perfectly set up.
このランナー面白いな、いいな。
Now you'll know, makes me wonder if they did it to themselves. Thank you.
来ましたね。
I love the colors on the place, though. It's such a lovely shade of purple, green, and red.
色が露骨ですよね。
To coat my smog plant with.
All the best machinery is green and purple.
Yeah. So you're going to notice something strange here. I'm going to open this door, and then I'm going to wiggle going through it. There's a reason why. I don't know why, but... no.
The reason must
主人公はアレスです。日本語版ではアレスです。
There's 2 times in this game where you use an item in the world map and it removes the object out of play.
多分海外版だとアレスってさ、神の名前であったでしょ確か。だから多分確かそれでダメだと思うんだよね。だからアレックスに変わってるのと。
So you have to take 1 step in order for the game to actually remove the hitbox.
まあ神の名前使えないですからね。あんまりね。だから一般的な名前になるんですよ。
Because the door was actually technically still there and I bounced off the door. But the door wasn't there because we removed it.
That previous room is also the room I think you bounce off the most walls.
That room is where you wish you had diagonals. They got to that room and they're like, we really should put diagonal. Nah, we don't need diagonal in the game. This dungeon is pretty nice. It's technically a left-right dungeon.
It is.
Well, you have to just go in wide circles.
メガテンが海外が出ない理由。似たようなもんだよな、確かに。
I've got one donation here from WaddlePop8, $20. Pumped as always for my favorite speedrun event of the year. Put this towards naming the rival in Crystal, Ixarian.
Thank you. Oh yeah, now we got enemies that do triple attacks for 1 damage. Alex. Everyone else dies, but Alex, nah, he's...
まあ結構海外では神様の名前パンパン使うと怒られますからね。
Job of the Dragon Master to be the tank.
Now look at that tank with the axe on it. That has got to be the most useless axe ever. What does he do? Run up to someone and just stop and then like chop? Just run him over. You're a tank.
The tank's just trying to diversify a little bit. Give it a break.
Seems like battle bots. Yeah, why is that there? Trust me, it will take the other battle bots out. How? I don't know, but it will. Okay, so you need to equip
そうですね、メガ
that.
テン
You need to equip that.
ありましたよね。
Kyle is mostly the one that's injured right now.
今日だっけ？
So we got a boss coming up. Not too difficult, but it can get a trolley if
デビサガがあさってか。あ、もう日が変わったから明日っすね。
The unfortunate thing, of course, too, is there's like absolutely no indication until the following round that Thumper is actually worked.
Okay, we need 1 more column.
Like some people would say, oh, the animation stops, but it always stops in between.
結構キリスト系はやっぱうるさいですからね。しょうがない。
This is Tabin. Hi, Tabin. He is like a genius inventor like Might, except for he's evil and works for Galleon. And he made Galleon's ultimate machine, which we'll get to see soon. But first we gotta take care of these guys. So Dragon Quake.
あ、これでバタネンと今多分話したのかな。
Sidestep. Thumper, come. Deprotect. These guys do a lot of damage to Kyle. They don't do a lot to Alex. They also can do single or double attacks. So remember our last spell did like 220, 260 damage? These one does closer to 400.
Yes, now we're getting into the very nice OP spells. And now we're gonna keep our fingers crossed that Thunder Thumper works here.
Or I get my Herb of Eldine off.
Yeah, either way.
I don't have enough magic. Dang, that sucks. So that's one of the reasons of wishing you had a little more levels. Because then I would have been able to pull off a second Dragon Quake if I was one level higher. But I wasn't, so I have to go one tier below. And instead of doing 400 damage to these guys, I'm now doing 250 damage. Slight difference in damage. Not by much, but just a little. You know what? We'll just be done with
割と操作がゆっくりになってるね、この辺ね。
And then the last spell we get, Holy Light, doesn't do much more than Quake. Just does a little bit more. Nash does good damage here, by the way. He actually does like 70, 75 damage.
That's the Thundershot one.
Yeah, that's just one. He gets two also. But they're going to start to slowly die. Although I didn't get double Quake, so they're not as low as I'd like them to be.
Yeah, but with one gone, and the fight becomes a little safer, of course.
Well, that's why I started doing Thundershot early, because I wanted to catch up on... That damage right there just caught up on one Quake that I had to do. And throw in a little waterfall. Which doesn't look like a waterfall. It looks like something spinning around.
That is also one of the other nice things about this game, if you notice. When Highspirits selects one of the magic spells, it's automatically at the top for the next round.
There's Thundershot too. Uh-oh. The grindery has been set loose. Dun, dun, dun.
終わりましたね。
Let's hurry up and go see it.
As we wind our way back down to the bottom floor.
You think if you're in a hurry, you just teleport out?
で、ここで、
You're not allowed to use the dragon wings in here.
We're just giving them enough time to steamroll.
城ができたって言うんだっけ？機械以上ができたからなんとかなんとかっつうんです。
We actually rescued the people in the mines when we went through it.
まあこの敵を見てもらったらわかるんですけど、機械ばっかりでしょ。なここで。
We just did it like at a passive.
できましたっていうの。
Stop and tell mom and dad what we were saving them.
At least the clinking in the background makes sense
Yeah,
in here.
it finally makes sense.
上手に焼けましたとかじゃないで
Maybe
すけ
the
ど。
grindery has been in every dungeon all along.
できましたっつって。
The grindery in our hearts.
つまらんな今自分我ながらつまらんと思ってます。
We're getting one tank as not two.
It's alright, as long as if you keep wailing on Alex.
なら言うなよってね。
What's wrong with that? Such a nice axe.
I got another donation if there's time.
Sure. Axe away.
Alright, 25 from Anonymous. Good morning, Highspirits. Hope you and all of the other runners have enjoyed the marathon just far. I've never donated to any marathon in the past, but being able to show support for you as you play a game from the Lunar series seems like a good place to start.
Thank you.
Good luck with the rest of the run, and continued good luck to the rest of the runners later in a week. Oh, and put this towards Highspirits' choice.
Dude. Dude, I wish I had diagonal.
はい、行われてるわ。
Dance, dance, dance. Shake, shake, shake. So yeah, they make you walk out because they really don't want you to miss what happened, but the problem is nothing happened here. What really happened is back in the Talon Mines. All you're gonna go is you go outside and you realize a giant machine called the Grindery has been let loose to destroy the world. The vehicle of oppression. The Death Star. Which means there's obviously a flaw somewhere. A very minor one, just big enough for us to walk into.
Well, that's all we need.
After we basically run into it face first and realize that that doesn't work. So you're going to see that Talon Mine has had a little bit of remodeling coming up. It used to be a nice mining town. Now it's a skid mark.
お、早いな。そうか、それだけでいいのか。
The Grindery.
敵会場ができました。
The biggest pollution machine ever. It's actually steam really coming out of its feet. There's no exhaust pipe. It's just like kicking out its feet. And we might see someone familiar that we haven't talked about again in like 45 minutes.
これはあんまり。
Hi, Luna.
はい、来ました。
Turn your pure light to blazing fire and decimate all who oppose me.
So funny story. Luna
まあ今の
is
が
actually the goddess.
ルーナでした。
Oh yeah, Rip Vane too. Bye. Too bad Nash wasn't on it when it happened.
でこの冬
So
大
as
陸を
the
ぶっ
story goes, the goddess Althena has this philosophy. You know, she's the
まあ浮遊してる
run into the grindery and pass out.
塔をね落とそうと。
Going head first into a giant machine is not the smart way to do it. Just gonna point that out. But hey, we sleep for a week now. So the goddess Althena has this philosophy. They don't go into much in this version, but they go.
この辺から多分サターンと全然話が違うんで
Where she doesn't believe one person should rule all humanity. She believes
面白いと思い
everyone
ますけ
should
ど。
have that power to do that.
同じかな
So she's always,
同
every
じか
generation is reborn into a
多分
human
同じかもな。
and lets the humans rule the world while she just plays as a human and watches from the sideline, not even realizing she's the goddess. And in this case, she got caught. Galleon found her out because since she was the goddess and the dragons worked for the goddess, and so he basically worked with the goddess because of dying, Dragon Master dying, you know, 6 degrees of bacon, Kevin Bacon or whatever.
またベーコンかよ。なんかそういう時はベーコンネタを言うよ。だからなんかベーコンとかハムとかな。
Actually, this game does a bad job.
ベーコン焼けたとかハム焼けたとか。
The remakes do a better job telling you that. So now that he, you know, knew that Luna was there, the goddess was there, he just had to find her. And he found her. And now Vane is beachfront property. Okay, so we a week later we got to cheer up our party because
で、
there's Lake and he's like, "Hey, I need to talk to you about something."
まあ今リッツァでまあパーティー全員と話してでまあパーティー加えていくんですよね。でそうすると
This is the best shopping trip of the game. 次なんだっけ。
Okay, so first we're going to oh, you have no.
ここでレイクが出てくるんだっけ。
Really don't care to want.
そんなような記憶
Have
が
an。extra cascade ring. So we're gonna sell everything. Oh, so this Ramus, you know, this is actually smart. He knows the world is getting destroyed, so he decides, hey, I'm gonna sell you all of my stuff for free.
その前に買い物ですか。
Sell the prison key. If you sell the so if you sell the prison key, which is a key item, it actually gets rid of the prison key, so it's one more inventory spot. And then ears incoming.
So yeah, he gives everything in his shop for 0, and then we sell it back for money.
Now the thing is, though, is because he's got Herbs of Althena, you might be thinking to yourself, well, what the heck do we need all that money for?
Wait, one more. Yeah, free Herbs of Althena. We don't need money.
ハーブオブアルテナハーブですね。これ
Yeah, so we bought a bunch. We got all this money, but even though we got all these free herbs, I mean, what are we going to use this money for? Oops, I put.
これはですよ。
Oh, I should have equipped this. So we're going to go to Riza. I can wait till a little bit. Well, we got Herbs of Althena. You know, we're getting to the end game here, ish. And well, you know, healing is nice, but you've seen all that magic I'm using, right? it'd be nice if we had some, magic restoring items, or I probably should not have wasted those seeds of vigor on little bosses. Thankfully, there's a shop down here.
そういえばこれバッドエンドやるんだったな。
But thankfully, we just made a good investment. Also, ears.
But yeah, the seeds of vigor in this game are essentially what silver lights are in all the other ones.
特大のグリッチしましたね。
Sure. Trying to look at how many I have. Okay, inventory filled.
食べましたね。
We have one problem remaining. We're not quite a Dragon Master yet. We're missing one important piece.
まだ彼はドラゴンマスターじゃないんですよね。
Because we've been using axes and
のでレイクが現れて、その飛行船ができたよって話をするんですよ。
So, guess who's ready with
それなんで
my
マイトの
airship?
塔
Just
に
in time.
行きます。
Except we're not gonna go to the frontier. I'm disappointed.
I know. Dying was dying.
でマイトのとこ来て屋上に
Ooh, more sweet funky tunes incoming.
屋上に行くとここにゼノビアが出てくるんですけど、
You'll be mine. So we come and
も
we
うで
fight
レイ
and
ク
but
が
dying. Yeah, by the way, this game doesn't really tell you that Lake is actually dying. He didn't die, he just lost his powers. But now, guess what happened to dying? He dying.
まあ彼は
Bo, he saves us, lets us out, and we take the airship to the god.
彼は
Athena's
彼は
fortress.
死んでしまう
Remember
とい
that
う
really tall one on the rocks that
石化
no
さ
one
れるんだっ
will
け
ever reach?
確
We
か
got an airship, so we can get there. There's
でそれで
one
飛行
problem.
船に
We're
乗っ
let Jessica
て
fly.
You'd think we learned by now, but we never learn.
All these remakes, they never learn.
女神の塔か
Nice, that's some like 90s anime right there. So she crashed the ship. Thankfully, she still landed on it.
バッドエンドが早い
We didn't have to go very far. Look at that Mako mess.
そん
I
な
mean,
に
when she
差は
crashed,
な
it,
かっ
she
たと思
crashed.
ったけどな。
So this dungeon is very similar to the Althena's Tower in pretty much every other
これ
Lunar game. Even
ねここの女神の塔
two,
は
where it's the four pillars and you just have to go
もう基本的
up the
に
pillars
構
in the
造
right
が
order.
そっくりです。
This is the encounter to get, by the way.
Yeah, those golden heads are
てか
a major
上
pain
に
in
行っ
the
ても
butt.
下に行っても見た目が
Yeah,
同
the
じだか
gold
ら
heads
結構
always
迷
go
い
first,
ます
they move very fast,
何回に行ったかっ
they
つうんがね
The spearmen don't move very far, but they fast. So as long as they don't spawn on top of you, they take like one step and
まあ
their turn is done.
ここに来る理由としてはですね
But this place does, I mean, you can see already, it has a pretty high encounter rate.
アルテナの剣っていうのを取りに来るために来てま
This
す
game has one of
で
the
こ
most
れを
variable
取らない
encounter
と
rates I've ever
ドラゴ
seen.
ンマスターになれないっていう
I've gone the
ダメなんですか
42-second loop before to loop the music in one dungeon and not get an encounter. But there's actually a spot in the RNG in the game's memory which calls for 3 steps on 3 encounters.
Yep.
And you will get one on every run. It's just a matter of when you get to where it is in memory. And sometimes you get to it more than once depending where you started.
ちなみにバッドエンドが多分早いんじゃなくてドネーションの結果だから寄付の結果だから大してあれじゃないと
Run into
重
a
要
lot
じゃ
of
ない
those golden heads.
Yeah, I
And
know. a
here's
lot.
more.
Like Alex is already out of health. Remember that how he was a tank? He took no damage. Well, he takes a little now. And might actually have to be careful and heal soon.
まあ網は耐えらんないよね
See, another point where they should have just programmed that diagonal for you.
Like, boing, boing, boing.
まあどんどん上行き
Then
ま
I'm
す
just
ね
gonna hug the wall. That looks like a nice wall. Boing, 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 boing. There. See, this is a good battle.
うん
They got 2 left feet. That's why they only take 1 step. Okay, we're at the end.
あ一番
So
上
this
来ま
is
したね
where we need to fight to become a Dragon Master, a real one. And there is a little bit of luck involved. Oh, I already used that, so.
でアルテナハーブ
So
使う
we
と
need to have
ね
2 of each in order to pull this off. And AI we want off. I said off, not both, not on off. So there is a chance I can die here. It really comes down to
このゲーム
how
は
nice
ね
they are. They have either a
でこ
physical
こ
attack or a ranged
と
attack. And doing
アレス
ranged
一人で
attacks
戦わ
every
なきゃいけないん
turn
で
is
す
what gets
ね
me in trouble. So one
まあ
of them
試
did it,
練という
one
こと
of
なんで
Like right there, that's brilliant. I've almost already have enough to win the fight. It takes on average 5 Dragon Quakes to kill him. And wow.
That was nice.
Look at that.
でちなみにこのボスは物理効かないので
no ranged attacks. 2009.
物理が効かないんでひたすら
If he keeps doing over 50, that's bad.
全体魔法で
Well, the range does less. So
殴り攻撃していきます。
Oh, wow,
殴るって言っちゃいけない
Never mind.
Still in good shape. Or don't high damage roll me.
Wow.
Calculated. You see, that was a proper bureaucrat. I left nothing to waste.
That was 100%
なかな
intended.
かなかなか見せるね
I
見
mean, I
せ
could
ま
have
す
healed
ね
before that. I had the room. So, I have the room here.
HP 1で残るとか
It almost always does.
なかなか見せっしますよ。運がいいですね。面白いですね。はい、倒しましたね、無事。
And yay, we get to hear a familiar voice and become a Dragon Master.
で、ドラゴンマスター
Oh,
にな
by
る
the
ため
way,
に、
Null's the son of Quark. They don't tell you that very well in this game.
はい、ここでイベン
They
ト
tell
が
you pretty well in every other game, just not in this one.
ね。
But he's
ここ
actually
大
not
事な
a
イベントなん
rat.
で
He's a dragon.
ドラゴンマスターになるための必要なイベントなんでね。これもう絶対見るっていうね。飛ばせなかったはずなんだよ。
Woohoo! Gives you chills, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
And I learned the best spell in the game. Holy light.
で、ここでアルテナの光を覚えます。ホーリーライトってあったんですけど、日本語ではアルテナの光だったはずです。
Now, in order to enter the grindery, this is one of the fun parts of the game. You have to have all of your Dragon Master gear equipped. Otherwise, you bounce off again. And then you get like a sad
アレス
music
君が、まあ、
for like 15
ドラゴン
seconds.
マスタ
And
ー
you,
と
you're
して、
supposed to feel
まあ、
bad.
覚醒したということで、まあ、全部装備してお
So
りま
you
す。
put on all your Dragon Master gear. Great. Why did I still get knocked out of the grindery? Wait, you got to equip the dragon wings also? Technically, the dragon wings are part of the Dragon Master gear, although they're not. And the game forces you to
まあ、
equip
白
the
竜の
wings,
翼
or
に
you're just
つい
gonna
て
get
のなん
another
か
headache.
ジョークを今言っ
The
てま
sad
したけど
music is kind of nice, though. It's like...
白竜の翼は装備できねえのかよみたいなこと今言ってましたけど
Or sorry,
装
in
備
the
で
case
き
of
ないんで
this
ね
one.
あれは使用アイテムですから
Yeah, we do have the serious lack of la la las in this game.
Yeah. They fix it in every other game. Lunar 2, Lunar 1 remakes.
Yeah, but in Lunar 2, it's
であ
it's
とは
more
まあ
like
外に出ます
That's a duck. I don't think Howard the
あ
Duck is
の
in
この
Lunar
中じゃ使えないんでね中じゃ翼が使えないんで外に出る
Lunar,
まで
Howard the Duck is in Lunar 1 PlayStation.
Are you
It's
kidding?
Nash when he puts on that yellow contraption. Because he looks exactly like Howard the Duck.
Why did you have to bring Howard the Duck into this?
You're the one who quacked.
Phew.
Why did you have to quack?
I didn't.
I just wanted a la la. I just wanted a nice song.
で今入り口まで来たんで
I blame the children in
ここからメリビアに飛ぶはずですで飛行船ぶっ壊れてるんで
Okay, all equipment set up. Order 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2. See, I got fancy armor now. I look cool. This is the part of the game where you figure out where
で
you're bad
こ
or
こ
where
で
you're not bad.
機械
Depending on the size of the headache you're about
機
to
械上はね止まってるっていうのが
usually long load scene.
はい
Don't try Ace on me. Thank you.
Oh.
機械上止まってるんで
Okay, so
ここ
the
に飲み
grinder
込む
is
と
actually technically 2 dungeons. The first one is what you would do in a early 90s RPG in order to prolong the game.
ここがまたね広いんだよさ
And that is several rooms of windy mazes, all compacted with 2, just to make it last longer. Just like all of the dungeons in this game.
Pretty much.
Bye, Nash. See, we didn't forget about you, Nash. So this even trips me up sometimes because there's not a lot of
これ本当
visual
長い
cues to
ん
get
です
through
よ
this dungeon.
あの 何
And
迷
only,
路
at
みたいに
least
なって
only
て
half of the floors are like this. The other half are much easier mazes to get through. And you got pounding of metal, so it makes sense.
まあ普通にやったら当然迷うんですけどね。まあある程度、まあ、スピードランだったらまあ迷
Hey,
う
not
こと
bad.
は
Got
ま
through
ず
the
ない
first
ですから
room,
ね
it's。fine. Oh, we're not through it yet, but that's the hard part. Now you can imagine when there's a bad encounter rate how this feels. Now we got propellers. Apparently the grindery's starting to take off. You gotta stop it before it actually flies to the moon and starts destroying things.
Do we have a quick minute for me to plug our artists?
Oops, I'm going in mazes right now. Feel free.
All right.
Lots and lots of mazes.
So let's give some love to our community artists, especially LLK, Carrie Fry, and Mega Weasel, who are responsible for many of the emotes that you gain access to by subscribing to the channel. All revenue from subs and the ads we run will go to help us run future RPGLB marathons. But fret not, 100% of all donations go straight to Nami. I hope you're not fretting.
I wasn't until now.
I got through one
まあ
room
めん
by
ど
the
くさい
time
ね
you
この
finished
エンカウ
that.
ントね。
So this is technically the second room of the tube section, but it's really the half because you're gonna do this in two halves.
相変わらずナッシュは
Then we
や
go
ら
through
れちゃう
another
な
one, then we come back and do the other half because you know how long can we make these dungeons? Like the other exit, by the way, is like just off the screen there. We just took all that time to go loop around. And then they throw a trick door in there to throw you off. The
Yeah.
dastardly fiends.
Well, it wouldn't be amazed without one thing that you want to take beforehand.
Yeah. I remember when I was learning this, I got some notes from Holy Smith, and he drew the map wrong in this room.
Yeah, he was telling me about that, and he was like, "Yeah, I fixed it now, but."
But it's still wrong in the notes.
Yeah, it's still wrong in the notes. He has you going down, around, coming up, instead of just going up here. Sorry, I had to call you out there, Holy. 2 rooms left before we're done with the grindery part. At least we didn't get an insane encounter.
ここ長いしな、言うことないしな。
I mean, it could be a lot worse right now.
Yeah, I've had lots of runs where it's just it feels like you're in this forever just because.
Yeah, because you take 3 steps and you get like 8 and 10 encounters.
Yeah,
in one
exactly.
It's
まあ
really
本当にもうすぐ
disorienting
もうす
too,
ぐ終わる
because
ん
when you're trying
で
to go through a maze like this where you actually gotta focus on where you're going, and you just take 3 steps and it's always an encounter. It's kind of tricky to like remember where you are in the maze. And you just get yourself crossed up.
Or you just make, you know, some
でま
really
た
stupid
上に行
mistake
き
like
ますどんどん上
somebody
に登っていき
accidentally
ます
using their amulet instead of re-equipping it.
Thankfully, I've done that before this dungeon so I could rebuy it.
もうこの迷路がね長い
Because
長
the
ったらし
amulet,
い
you can equip it or you can use it.
長った
And
らしい
using it gets rid of encounters, but it does not last long.
No, it does not.
It lasts for a handful of steps. Okay, so we're almost up to the first boss of the grindery. They are basically an enemy that's not hard, but there's 4 of them and they have as much health as the final boss. Which makes total sense.
Sure.
Thankfully, we use all AoE magic, so it works out great. I love how the guys are like, well, we can't kill Alex. We might as well just fly around him and kill everyone else.
今ちょっと間違えたな今ちょっと間違えましたな
Okay,
ね
fire
まあ
elemental.
ここで
First I could do something I know I was
着きましたね
I was like, don't do that. Don't forget to do that. Don't forget to do that. Don't forget to do that.
回復忘れんな回復忘れんなって言いまくって
I
ん
don't
だ
really
けど
have to save for this one, but I'm in the habit of just saving before every fight. Ooh, audio glitch because you can hear it
で
still going.
ボスですね
See?
これボスって言っていいのかな
Undershot 2, nice. No, I don't need to. Oh wait, oh I should have done that. So you'll notice my MP total is 239. Holy Light costs 120.
このアルテアの光の
which isn't horrible because Quake is comparable.
使用量が強い高いっていうのがやっぱネックですよね。強いけどね。
And you lost 150 damage every time. I hate those long pauses. I'm so paranoid.
今また音楽止まったな。
I know it's not going to solve lock here because this audio file is fine. But it's ingrained in my head now.
When you've been through so many soft locks, it's just
あれ119じゃ足りないんじゃない？あ、いいんか。
hold your breath.
あ、そう足りないから今変えたんだ。魔法。
Yeah, I think each of these flames have around 3,000 health each.
でちゃんとアレクのね、全部ドラゴンマスターとして覚醒するとちゃんとね顔も変わるんで。
No, but they take a nice bite out of Kyle.
Also, you don't like to do this attack because it hits.
239じゃ足りないよね。
So you have to watch the animation as it hits everything. Look at that sexy thunder shot too.
In this game, you're really lamenting for some kind of attack for Kyle, something besides sidestep.
He does. He gets Kai sliced.
He does,
which raises his attack power.
But it's so late in the game.
Yeah, I'll get it from this fight most likely.
ちゃんと回復してなんだかんだをやってるから。
I'm in trouble. I got 50 of these things. I think I could be nice and throw you one. Actually, we'll use a lot of those herbs and Seed of Vigors when we get to the end of the fight, or by the end of the game. And you know what? Waterfall, don't spill it. Spill attack steals magic. Not useful. For someone who still has 193 magic, and the boss is getting close to dying. She doesn't do any damage because she doesn't have ice wall yet. That's what sucks.
もうそろそろ終わる。あ、終わったな。終わった終わった。
I love those random sound effects. It's like, where did that one come from? I've never seen someone die so spectacularly before. I guess you know what? You can just flee. You're not being. That guy's angry. Look, he's like, I'm not gonna eat you now. You dare hit me? We really made that one angry.
終わりましたね。
Well, Blizzard, nice. So Blizzard was the spell I was hoping I was getting because then we can play a mini game.
で、この奥進んでですね。
Mia or Nash?
How is that even a game?
Well, Nash's use in death is help. So we got to fight 3 random encounters here, and we're gonna play a game. Who gets their spell off first? Is it Thundershot 2 or is it Blizzard? Take your bets. It's the best of 3. Nash wins the first round. Although he can't do it 3 times, so he can't go 3-0. Because I don't have enough magic to let him go 3-0. There's Kai Slice.
ね、まあここはここは屋上に出るたんびに戦闘が来るんで、キリがやらかしたぞ。ナッシュの MP 管理してなかったぞ今。
Oh, it's a tie game. I think it's going to come down the stretch. I don't know. I think Mia's got a good chance to win this one.
まあ多分ブリザードでご利用しでしょうね。ミアのブリザードでガンガン。これ全部雑魚なんで。
Oh, in the end, Mia wins.
でこれを何回かやってるとテムジンが来ますんで。
Wow, I got a step encounter on that. And yeah, somehow only a Dragon Master can enter this place, but Fresca and Tempest, hey, how you doing, guys? We'll take care of the enemies. Thanks.
They didn't do a very good job.
Well, yeah. that was a one-step random encounter.
ここでやっといけるわけですね。
Actually, the one thing that's redeemable about Galleon is he saved the fairies. Like he brought them here and he saved them because they were being hunted to extinction. So he's a nice fairy.
で、このさらに上に行くんですね。機
So who
械
likes
城
left, right, left, right? Okay, this is the final
機械城の
dungeon
上に
of
来
the
て
game.
これが最後の本当に最後のダンジョンですね。
Fetch the key.
Yeah, is the
Hi.
final dungeon inside the final dungeon of the final dungeon of the game?
ファイナルダンジョン言い過ぎだからわ
You know,
かる
usually
か
you
ら
got games with the boss behind the boss behind the boss behind the boss. No, we got the dungeon behind the dungeon behind the dungeon. So this is where all the women who are kidnapped are hiding. So you might see a few of the girls that you've never met before because we never actually saved any of them from getting kidnapped.
Well, except for the one on the previous floor.
Yeah.
Well, I think this might be a good time for a sum up.
ここもな迷うんだよ
Sure, we
ね。
got a couple more minutes before we're to the rush, boss rush.
All right. So
ここも
next
確か
game
ね
is
本
Soul
当迷
Blazer,
うんで
which
すよ
there's
本
the bid
当
war for the name,
同じマップが永遠と続くから
Evergate is in the lead with 285,
微妙にこの入り
followed
口
by
が
floor 2 and
入
has
り口の配置が違ったりするぐらい
275,
で
and this third is
大体
Soul
同じ
Vapor
だからよく迷うんですよね
with
ここね
So there's quite a bit of time left to go ahead and get that in and switch it up if you want. Throw some money there. And we do have an anonymous $100 donation.
Nice.
No comment, but thank you so much for that.
This is a pretty high encounter rate too.
And our other bid war for names is over in Disgaea 5 for the pennies. And Mega Stewed is in the lead
そうそう
with
最終ダンジョンの中の
followed
最
by
終ダンジョン
Pingu
です
at 105.
Wow, pretty close.
Wow, you got so many donations. I'm shocked. Okay, final boss rush. Let me do a little bit of preparation and hey, look, it's Luna. Guess who we're gonna fight first?
お来ましたね
Yeah, we
でここ
gave
で
him
ルーナがい
damage
るんで
damage, I know. He does damage on the final boss if he
まあ
survives.
ルーナの前にまあ回復してますね
He's still more likely to survive at this point.
ちなみにこれルーナじゃないですから、うん、ルーナの確かルーナとゼノビアだっけねグッドエンドだと
I have an extra
ゼノビアだったっけ
cascading still.
確かそんなだったと思ったな違ったらごめんなさい
So yeah, obviously this is not Luna. It's Zenobia. That is the last
そうだ
time
ね
we
ゼノビア
saved.
だよねそうそう
Now we got a 3 boss rush to go. And this is what I've been stressing over for the last 3 weeks.
Nothing is gonna happen, okay? Nothing.
The first boss is fine, okay? It's the third boss I have a problem with. So, you hear the new boss music, right? Remember that?
でここで新ボスミュージックになるっていう
Doesn't like to work. You know what? Oop. Okay.
You know, I never would have thought you would have looked like that under all that blonde hair.
I know. Oops. I didn't quite do what I wanted to do. No, I'm not going to get my cascade ring off, but that's fine. That was just going to be gravy because...
まあアンテナのハーブ使うよね
Every time, I'm going to tell you, every time the music pauses for the rest of the game, I'm going to have a heart attack. I'm telling you that right now. That's a bad turn order. I'll use another one. Because Kyle's not going to get knocked away because guess who decided to come up and cushion his fall? Zenobia doesn't actually have that much health in the end of it.
まあ
Like she dies a little bit earlier than most other people.
ゼノビアは普通にプレイするとそこまで苦労した記憶はないのでまあ
And Kyle
倒
dies
せると思いますけど
In the Game Boy version, she basically has the most health out of all of the bosses.
Yeah. I'd probably die this turn.
もう終わりそうだと思うんだけどな与えたダメージ的にこれで終わるんじゃないの
Okay,
終わった
boss
終わっ
one
た
down. There's lots of levels. Did I tell you I'm kind of under leveled right now?
で、ゼノビアは終わりでここから移動して
Okay, so now we're coming up on Galleon.
でガレオンが いるんで
I used more
ガレオンを
than
抜っ殺すと。
I wanted to, so-
ね。
Excuse you.
もうなんかマスクなんかかぶっちゃってさつって
Hi, Galleon.
なんかえらい大層のマスクつけてるけど何ガレオンさん何してんのっていう。
I grew up.
You've come to fight for the soul of your dear Luna, but you're too late. I'm already in control of the goddess. Face it.
まあここはガチのガレオンさんなんでここは割と大変ですね。
Well, you guys heard it. We can't say it. Let's just go home. What are we doing here? Holy lights, attack. I have an extra cascade ring still, so
ディプロテクト
it
か。
doesn't matter if I heal this
Alright.
first turn. You don't really need the cascade ring for this fight, but I gotta get rid of them. Wow, that was a bad turn order.
わあこれはまず
That was a really bad turn.
ああでもよかった。
And Kyle took a lot of damage.
刀ばっか。
Yeah, any deaths now or soft locks is bad because I have to go
あ
back
で
and fight Zenobia.
おしゃれおしゃれ。
Burning through all the herbs. If Galleon goes first, I'd be happy. Okay. Okay, if Jessica would go first, I'll be thank you. I get to be happy. Yeah, he
これ
takes
ア
a
レ
little
ク
like
に
30,
集中させるのが
40
一番いい
damage
んだよね。ダメージが少ないから。
You know, for somebody who's the Magic Emperor in this version of the game, it doesn't really have a lot of magic.
No. He does do a little
Cool
magic
face
in the
on
second
Kelly.
fight.
A little bit.
But that's random if he even does any magic.
まあそっち行くなら OK でしょ。まあ装備的に見るとキリーがやっぱりダメージもらっちゃうとさっき見てるように100とかまあもうちょい出ちゃうんで。
Oh. Rip. Doesn't matter. I'll still
ああそこで落ちた
spam herbs
か。
of Althena is what I'm gonna do. He's
Take a
close to
little
dying.
bit longer, yeah.
Yeah, he's close to dying already.
まあもうすぐ終わるかな。
With the Cascade Ring, I've done a lot of extra damage. Although that could be an issue. Might be up to Nash to finish this. Okay, don't
Ah,
be
well,
alright. See, we just proved Neo was more useful.
I
さ
think
す
we
が
already
ナッシ
knew
ュ。
that.
Well, yeah, it did take a best of 3 to know that.
で、ここから最後の戦いに向かいます。
So,
次
Galleon
で
2 is pretty much a DPS race. Also, please don't kill me. You notice where all of my Seed of Vigors are? Not all of them, most of them.
次で終わりですこれで。
Yeah, the
ここから
Galleon can teleport in this battle, so having me in the back doesn't necessarily mean
Yeah.
anything, unfortunately.
And she dies to 1 attack. Everyone else survives an attack, not Mia. Hi, Luna!
はいル
Remember
ナ
when you
ー
said
です
you
よ。
loved me way back on the boat? Yeah, those were good times
Nee.
before you tried to destroy the world.
Infidels! How
She's so
dare you
serious.
invade my inner sanctum?
まあここでネタバレをするとですねルーナが、生まれ変わりなんですね。アルテナの生まれ変わりっていう
Oh wait, the memes haven't been created for the for 5 years. I'm sorry.
そういう設定が実はありまして
Actually, it'd probably be like 8 years. Yeah. Remember those dragon angels that I fought that you know, it took me 5 dragon quakes to kill and they gave me became a
で
dragon master?
まあ
I think his spell's a little
サ
stronger.
タン版とかプレステ版でやってる人はねガレオンがさらってたと思うんですけどもね
He hit him so hard they turned
まあ
into
それの
stars.
最後がこうなるということですね。
Now it's serious mode, Galleon.
I'm not finished with you yet. You'll never make it out of here.
宮が無事なら何でもいいってとんでもない発言だな
Cower in fear as I demonstrate my true power.
You. I could do this. You guys just haven't seen my true power yet. Don't make me angry, okay?
At least they only show it with the eye. They don't show it with the rest of the
So-
body.
It all came out the eye. Okay, so as long as Mia doesn't die, there's no issues in this fight at all.
これで
When she dies, then we can talk about issues.
これで最後っすね。
Especially if she dies really early. I actually usually like Galleon to go first because then my party is not running to the other side so he can teleport over there.
Yeah.
Okay, he did teleport over there. Yeah, he will eventually.
But
So
we're okay for now.
Yeah, he does two things. He either physical attack or he
ちょ
does
っと
magic and a physical attack.
ちょっとサターン版とか気になってからちょっと今検索してみたら、ゼノビアさん普通なんだけど、つまらないんだけど。
So yeah, we don't want her to die.
何これ?
Kind of nice. Music restart. Yes. Oh, he has less health than the flame elementals. No, actually, he has slightly more than one of the flame elementals. Okay, good. Mia's still alive.
ちなみにどういうまあ話としてはどういうことかっていうと、ガレオン倒して。
Yeah, because that's absolutely the
まあ
end of all your season
ここでね
figure.
倒して
Yeah, well, not all of them. I have more on others. But what
ま
that
あ
means
ルー
is
ナのとこ行こうとするんですよ
Kyle has to spend
だ
every
け
other
ど
turn not attacking, and he can go before Alex. So he might just waste turns. He really doesn't like Kyle.
まあ要はなんだこれがもし
He
負け
really
た
has
とし
something
た
against
ら
Kyle. Did he like pick
そ
on one
の
of his fairies or something?
ルーナ
I
が
wouldn't put
アル
it
ティナ
past
だっていうことをね可能性があると言ってるけどまあガレオンは自分が支配するというのでまあ争ってるわけですよこんなのね。
Nash survives, actually. Believe it or not, he actually easily survives that.
Well, he's got a good deal more HP than Mia does too.
Yeah. So he's getting close to dying. We won't know for certain until he decides to start doing the flash dance. Oh, now he's dead. Because they healed and oh, she's dead. That's fine. Everything's okay. Nothing to see here. Just means I might want to be a little safe and heal.
大丈夫かこれ
just in case.
大丈夫かこれ
He doesn't do a lot of damage to Alex, so.
あれ
Yeah, he's almost dead.
アレク
Next
が
turn
ま
he'll
だ
be dead.
HP 高いからな
Or
んと
this
かな
turn
る
if
か
Kyle gets him, no.
Yeah, you
What-
know when he's close to dead because he does that
あー
disappearing.
ミアやられる
Mia did what she was supposed to. Throw the last seed so I can kill him. By the way, it's not time for a couple minutes, so don't worry.
あ倒しましたね
I
よか
don't know.
った
Should I do it? It's gonna come very close to estimate if I do it. What the heck? This will be underestimate. So now we gotta go give a hug to our maybe. Our dear
サターン
Luna.
版の方がこの辺は
She doesn't look
エフェクトはいいかもしれないねでこれ一人で行くんですよアレスが
Dang, she just hit me for 200. Oh wow! Oh wow, I don't have a lot of herbs on me. We'll
急
see
激
how
に
this
ここで
goes.
食らう
I don't have enough
200
herbs
ダ
on me.
メ
I
ー
might
ジ
not be able to do this. Oh, 200 again. You know, I only have 199 left, so obviously that's gonna kill me if I keep taking these hits. But it's all right. We'll get to her. Our love is strong. Oh, okay. Well, our love is there at least.
面白いねやっぱり話す人が面白いか
That's
ら
her using healing spells.
Oh yeah. Wait. We're good. We got seeds of vigor. We can do this. I might go overestimate just a
こ
little
こ回復
bit.
必須ですよ
Oh yeah, you can't use magic. Oh well. I tried to do it, but rip. Game over.
そうこれこれね
I guess I'm gonna go overestimate, huh?
Oh.
Oh, by the way, that's the bad ending. You guys
So you
donated
know.
for that, so you're gonna get to see what you're supposed to do to survive to the end now.
嘘言うな
So
これバ
basically
ッ
what
ドエン
happens
ディ
is
ングねと
Luna's
か言う
angry
な
at you, and
嘘
if you get close to her, I was almost there. I just ran out of shielding. And she'll one-shot you. Like, she'll actually kill you in one shot. What to do is, you have to play the harp to remind her that you love her. Oh, how sweet. And now, instead of doing 200 damage, you know, she does slightly less.
just a little bit.
She does 1/16 of your health now. Which, if you count out the lightning strikes I'm about to take, surprisingly, it's not
あーわざ
16.
とやったんかあれ
Time is coming up shortly.
あーそっか
Maybe right on estimate. Come on.
さっ
We
き
can
あれ
get
か
there.
な
And we
ド
got
ネーショ
16
ンのバッ
seconds.
ドエン
Come
ディン
on.
グって
Run,
そういうことか
Run! Your love is awaiting you. She's sapping you to death. No, we're gonna just wait, and time. Oh,
2
just
seconds
missed it.
over.
あー2秒過ぎちゃった
Ugh. Almost.
It was so close.
That's like
Very
I tried to go for the fun part, but I ran out of healings. I couldn't even do it. Oh, be careful, guys. You're about to see something that is truly terrifying. After this next scene where Alex jumps at her. Well, here it comes. She's so happy to see him. Alex!
茶碗やりすぎでしょ
Also, Alex has the best grin right here.
He's so happy. You've never seen anyone so happy before.
茶碗やりすぎでしょって
And now we got to get a roll call of all of the important characters in the game.
But I never doubted that you would come and rescue me. Not even for a minute. Oh, Alex.
Like all the important people, like Mia, Nash, Jessica, Kyle, Tempest, Fresca. Wait. You barely see Null in that picture. You realize that. Can you pick out Null? But Tempest and Fresca somehow get into the final picture?
Yes, they are the most important.
Yeah. So the credits aren't that long, and then we owe you one other thing. And you know, how many voice actors are? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, there's all your voice actors. You get some nice pictures here. Victor Ireland is like the brainchild behind Working Designs, and although Working Designs doesn't exist anymore, he actually owns his own company that makes games you might have heard
最後
of
の
before called Summon
服
Nights.
に裸に服かけられたのはルーナーですよ
It's nice that he did this stuff, and then he moved in, to do Summon Night series. I think they just released their 6th game or something. Look how cute Jessica is. Aww. She's aging every picture. She's just getting older and older.
Well, did you see how old Mia looked in the
By the way,
last
Mr.
one?
Tom, they got all these like Japanese names, and then Mr. Tom is in there. Mia's like, I'm your teacher, Nash.
つまりヒロインは最初と最後にしか出番がないんですよこのゲーム
Oops, we almost forgot. Wheaties is a registered trademark.
This run brought to you by Wheaties.
It was used with permission, though. Remember that. Poor Dine. Bye, Dine.
ヒロイン
And
は
you got the little thing here.
最初の幼馴染としてやって一緒に行こうっつったら嫌だっつって連れ去られて
And then I'll go.
あの
Get ready for the song. You guys ready to hear something really truly horrifying?
It's okay. We can all guarantee we will never be kidnapped by the
これはで
Wild
も
I know.
正直本当にいい作品なんで
And
まあできればメガ CD でやってほしいというのは確かにありますはい
I did go over estimates, so I understand. Okay, so I guess I need to go get our lyrics for everyone, just in case. You want to hold on this so I don't set it down?
I sure can.
I think there's supposed to be someone else joining us.
Where did he go?
hiding?
そうそうそうパーティーに参加するっていう意味ではジェシカがミアですね
You're not getting out of this that easy. So yeah. Oh, we're all standing for this one. You got to get our singing voices on. Our big boy voices. Big boy and
ああそっか
Thank you.
ドネーションのやつがあって
So there is an opening song to this game. You
オ
might
ー
have
プニン
heard
グ
it
ソング
when
を
we were
歌う
setting
と
things up.
いうのがありまして
Um,
あとね
giving
俺
them
嘘言
credit,
った
time to
ご
get
めん
back here. Come on,
あ
we
れ
can't hide
やる必要
forever,
ないんだっ
man.
た
You know this was
本来
happening.
はブラッ
We
クジャッ
sang
ク
back at the first limit break. You're not getting out of the second time. Hopefully it
最
doesn't take too
最後
long
見直して
because
あ
I
と
gotta
思っ
get the
て
marathon going.
ブラックジャックやる必要ないんですあれいるだけバカ言ったよね
We can
恥ず
always
かしい
restart
わ
the song anytime we want. Those are some sweet, sweet tunes.
But we
So-
get to hear
Ah.
that
お
opening.
セガ
Sega
CD の方来ましたね
Yeah.
はい
I can just stay here forever, you know.
さあ歌タイムが。
This is so intense, isn't it? What? It didn't load the game.
はい、ね、間違ってゲームロードしちゃダメだぞ。
Oops, too long.
あ、間違ってやったら。間違って
There
や
he
った。
is. Okay, you guys ready for this? I know. It's not loading the game right now. Let's see. I might actually have to. Oh yeah, he has to get over here also to get the sheet.
Yeah, we got it.
How about you two get between me? There we go. I might have to throw my other copy of the game in because I beat the game and it suddenly stops working. Okay, can someone hand me my bag?
It's crying. It knows what's coming.
Please stop. Like any good speedrunner, I not only come with one copy, I come with 2 copies. Okay, because they're not expensive enough already.
Speedrunners, he comes prepared.
Yeah, I know.
あー、懐かしいこのメガ
Whatever
CD
you
ね。
do, don't buy 2 copies of the game. It's not welcome on your wallet, okay? There we go. Okay. Oh, you can't really hear it? Oh, you can, because you got the speaker.
Am I supposed to put a headset on or no?
You don't need it.
まあ、
Okay.
日本語
So,
版
you
は
have been warned.
日本語版はこちらで
Anything
す
that
ね。
happens because of this is his fault. You should have stayed away when you could.
You know I can't stay away.
I know.
And Lunar.
Okay.
Okay,
So yeah, they'll start with the picture, and then you'll start the boom, 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 and then hopefully you know. If you don't know where to pick up, you'll hear it from me. Ready? When all the land is peaceful and there's no real threat to us at last, then comes the time for love, 2 hearts colliding into one great hymn. The words foreboding, and there's a dark storm that will soon pass. Kiss me, my love, then go for time, for valor has returned.
I was gonna say, like, you're a little off there.
It's all good.
I felt like I was missing something. Okay, you guys ready? On through the night, keep marching on, fighting through the darkness, all is evil, still we must press on. Friendship, forged in battle, watch your backs now, take heed. Chorus. Hey. Or the bridge. I'm sorry, okay? We just sang the chorus. I never said I was musically anything.
You know what? It doesn't matter.
Well, we got time to talk. It's the chorus or bridge. Okay, ready?
Oh,
Come back to me. Yeah, it's missing the notes. Ready? Fighting through the darkness, all is evil, still we must press on, flying towards the power that enslaves us, yet we are not done, racing towards the climax of the battle, to return to love, valiant against the power, evil forces, take heed.
I think it's evil forest.
Oh. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed Lunar. Enjoy the rest of the show.
そうですね、セガサターン版と曲違いますね。リメイク版スタッフが若干違うんで、
Highspirits, accompanied with a
いろい
grand
ろ違
opera.
ってますね。
We're going to take a little bit of a break here and switch up hosts. And thank you all for watching and stick around.
まあさっき、YouTube のリンク貼ったんで、日本語版のメガ CD のやつ知りたい人はあれ見てみてください。はい。ね。まあちょっと、まあ間違ったこと言って申し訳ないでしたね。ブラックジャックは、ドネーションの結果でしたね。ドネーションの結果で達成されたんで、訪れてブラックジャックを知ったと。やったということですね。はい。申し訳ありませんでした。最後になって、謝ります。はい。で、ちょっとここで私は一旦離れますので、 ちょっと一旦離れまし